hello, everyone. Welcome to the road trip. Sorry, I was just a little bit late there. When I had nature called, I'll say nature calls, and then I was rambling in the back talking about stuff. Then we were wondering if this man would show up, but guess what? And you know what, Spencer? Hello, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning. Happy Saturday.
Happy
Hope
Saturday to you
everybody's doing
too.
well. Hello, Rosie.
And yep, we'll say hi to Rosie because she was the first one in. Telling everybody hit the likes and sub. Thank you very much for that. And before I go on, oh, there you go. Yeah, this is how he's feeling. I don't know how he's feeling like this. If you guys saw the game today, if he's feeling like this, and you know who that is. Welcome to the stage. It's the wee man. He's smiling, so I guess we're gonna get a good showing today. But welcome to the show. It's Mr. Tom. Mr. Tom, how are you doing?
Howdy, everyone.
Yes. You know what? I was in some of the DMs. Somebody had brought up dot to leads, and I thought they were like, "Dude, you're a little too soon on this one, aren't you?" And guess what? Dot to lead, dot to leads, dot to leads. He made a call today.
Millwall.
Well, you know what? If I read that correctly, Millwall is actually on a winning streak.
They are on a winning streak, but there was also a streak that occurred as well, where basically Millwall had 2 shots on target and won 2-0. So, is anything more Dr. Leeds-ish than basically
that? Yeah.
What, to be fair, people were expecting me to come in rampaging, but let's be honest, still top of the championship. Be very different if we do not get a result at Watford on Tuesday night. Very, very different demeanour. But also, that being said, how did Sunderland get on in the championship? Just give me 2 seconds of our time. Oh, Sunderland ended up drawing 2-2. So basically, they're still they are 7 points behind us. So could have been a lot worse. Am I happy we lost today? Obviously not. I mean, I'm still in my Leeds United lost hoodie. But basically, well done. Congratulations to Millwall. You did your job. You won the game. Well done.
Yeah. When I was letting Spencer know about the game, I was like, well, I've seen you. If you've seen the Newcastle matches, and you've seen how like those games have went, did it seem like Arsenal was going to win either one of those? And no, the answer would be no for those who didn't see. And today, did it look like Leeds were going to win this game? And the answer definitely was a no. They didn't look like they were going to win today. I mean, you get a penalty and you still don't score. I mean,
do I think we would have gone on to win the game if we scored the penalty? Possibly, but we didn't score it, so there's no point in crying about it because that is our fault. Millwall didn't make us miss the penalty. We missed the penalty. Yeah. Pascal Struijk missed the penalty.
That was not a good penalty. Like, I don't know. Like, he didn't send. Sometimes you send the goalkeeper one way or something like that. Didn't do that.
If you do the stuttering thing, like your Cristiano Ronaldo, you've got to score the penalty. Otherwise, you just look like a prick. And he made himself look like a massive prick.
Yeah. Could have been worse. No, I think it was. I think that is worse for the way Leeds are playing right now. That is considered worse. And somebody just scored over here. Carlton, CAR. I don't know what that stands for right now, but
Charlton possibly.
Charlton. Cardiff. Sorry, Cardiff just scored on Stoke, and there's Ramsey.
Oh, okay.
That's Ramsey. All right.
I mean, there's no need to go forensically into it. The fact of the matter is, there's nothing I can say that takes away from the fact that Millwall turned up and did a job on us. Other than they obviously did a job on our second string. That's how serious.
Well, that's the thing. That's the other part. I don't. I am. All right. So should you be able to compete with Millwall when you make significant changes?
Well, we did in the sense that Millwall scored their only 2 shots on target. They were clinical to that degree. But at the same point, Leeds had 8 shots on target and got nothing.
You know what? When you look at those shots, how many of them did you really feel? Sorry, you there.
Gary. Their goalkeeper was their man of the match. I'm pretty sure he is. I've not looked into it. I don't care that much. But they.
I hear you.
Radio. Jay Cooper, or whatever his name is. I think it is their goalkeeper. Roberts. Cooper's their centre back. Roberts, what a save! What a save! You know all that and this.
Okay, I'll give him. I'll give him maybe 25-30% of his saves. Maybe were like those, but I didn't feel like you even put any kind of pressure on the goalkeeper in terms of taking the shots. Like like yes, it's on target, but when it's like a dribbler to the goalkeeper and like it's one of those, he should, gather that up, no problem. To me, that's what it felt like to me when I looked. Like, yes, he did make saves at the end, but I'm talking about for like 70%, 70 minutes of the game. I don't think he was making like dramatic saves then. I mean, Nanto was terrible on the ball going towards goal. It was like he just like, hey, what color are you? Oh, here's the ball for you. Like, how do you kick? You can't kick a ball through a defender standing right in front of you. I mean, come on.
There's nothing more I can say to it, really. It's kind of obvious that that's why that 11 players, well, not 11, but most of those players that don't play week in, week out are not playing week in, week out because the actual first string is quite obvious at this point.
Yeah, and Dan James didn't even make the bench, so and wasn't injured supposedly, is what I heard. So
no, he got the day off because he's a key player.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like trying to make it into the next round of the cup is just as important. You don't think it is at all?
It's not. It's not, and that's the problem with football is that I think it gets more criticism when like an Arsenal do that sort of thing because it's something you can genuinely win. No one's seriously thinking that Leeds United were going on a cup run, which would then end with Leeds at Wembley.
So that's disappointing then, right?
It's a cup run that occurs until we draw one of the big six.
I hate that that's the mindset that they put out there.
We might make a nice little bit of money for the championship where if we end up drawing Arsenal, Man City, for example, and then obviously they'll batter us, but you make a little bit of money out of it. But at the same point, you make a lot more money if you finish in the top two and get promoted.
True. So
which is
Millwall,
why Daniel James is sitting on his arse at home today.
I hear that Millwall. He was actually at the game. I think they showed him. So Millwall, Derby. Which one gets the what do you like to say to teams that you don't like? Can you just my wife said it the other day, and I said, you know what, Mr. Tom on my show, that's how he ends pretty much every sentence. So what would you like to say to Millwall or Derby, or do they both get it?
If it was a league game which actually had genuine consequence and they beat our first team with their only 2 shots on goal, I'd be furious. But I can only be annoyed at my own team. So they will not get the sentence today because they are the winners. And I congratulate them.
I was expecting to hear it today. All right, we'll hear it later. And Rosie started it for you. She kind of gave you a hint, but you're not going for it today. All right.
I would imagine that Tom dislikes Derby more.
Well, we'll find out.
County can absolutely go fuck themselves.
See, my point is, if they'd have played Derby today and lost, he would not have been like, "Oh, it's on us." He'd have been, "Nope."
Spencer is accurate. 100% accurate. There is no, it's just a cup game if we lose to Derby. I want to beat Derby in a pre-season friendly. If ever we are on a blade of grass with Derby County, I want to pulverise them and dig up Brian Clough and punch him in the face too.
Wow. All right. Well, there you go. I don't know. I guess I don't know you, or I choose not to. That's bad on me. So Ipswich is up 1-0 off a penalty from the spot. Coventry is down at home. Got BX Gunner in the house. Welcome to the show, BX Gunner. Yeah. No, it's interesting. I haven't really been able to talk much about Arsenal. I'm not sure if I want to, but
I watched up to Jacob Murphy's goal and I turned it off. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can't. I watch every game because if I'm gonna start, I'm gonna finish. You know what I mean? Because
Well,
I
had
never,
a bunch
never
of
one, you never know, but also I just like I'm gonna give them my 90 minutes. I'm gonna give them my 60 minutes of play time, whatever it is that my team is playing. I'm gonna give it to them. I barely ever walk away. Like if I go to a game, I'm gonna watch the entire game. If I turn it on, I'm gonna watch the entire game, and that for me is the part of the trip because I'll feel the pain. And then tomorrow, and then when I sit there and I watch the City match, I can enjoy that just as much as I hated the 90 minutes I saw later in the week.
So the problem I had is I had a bad day at work. So the minute the goal went in, I said, I'm done today. I just kept it real with you.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Like once work went bad and then that went bad, I was like, man, all right, I'm just going to go home and work out. And that's what I did. I followed it on my phone and that was it. I just wasn't going to.
You know what, Rosie? You might get that little wrench pulled from your name if you keep that talk up. I'm sorry, but you can't be saying that out loud. I kid.
I don't see why she shouldn't be able to express her opinion. We're in an equal society.
I'm kidding.
Differing opinions. And I know you are.
Kidding.
You literally said it, but I was thinking that the entire time because I knew what you was going to say to it. But I was like, I'm still going to get my shit in. But we're all getting our shit in, obviously, based on Rosie making sure she got her shit in.
There you
which
go.
I personally welcome because she is a smart and astute young lady.
Yes, and then you know what, Rosie, let it out because he just basically you got him on your side. Now it's time to piss him off. All right. So there we go.
Are you trying to say she's the female Colonel Ward?
She will come back strong. Yeah, she's setting you up, and you just took it. You took the bait, so it's coming. Now, maybe not right now, but it's coming.
I'm not aware. She's there gonna just turn on me like a motherfucker.
Like a pit bull.
Got Nick Fadley in the house. Welcome to the show. All right.
Exactly. I don't know if that's what pit bulls do, but I imagine it probably is for Spencer to have said it.
Got Anders in the house. Welcome to the show, Anders. Yeah. Well, you'll get to speak some. Where is he from again? Because I know it's not Norwegian. What does he speak? Some
Swedish.
There you go. Yes, you'll get to speak with Sam in a little bit. Sam said he's got stuff to do. I don't know what that means.
Does Anders understand us?
He said hello, lad. So I would assume at least he's got that down.
That could be a translator too.
A translator.
No, I hope Anders does because if not, we are very ugly to look at, and we appreciate you anyway.
He understands us. Yeah. You had a bet on Leighton Orient?
I bet he could speak English better than I can speak Swedish.
There you go.
I know that. I'm with you, man. I couldn't speak one word in Swedish.
There you go.
I know you can't speak Swedish, motherfucker.
I know Swedish fish.
IKEA.
Is that like something? Does that get me anywhere on the scale? Can I use that?
Incredible.
No?
This is the road trip, baby, and it feels like I've not spoken to Gary for 72 years.
No, it does feel like a while. It's like every once a week, it seems like, and that's like that seems like it should be more, but all right. So I don't know what your bet was on Leighton Orient, but I did see the first half, and of course I did make a comment. Well, I made a comment because Ryan was saying Leighton Orient or Steos or something like that. And I was like, no, we don't ever cheer for other teams. I don't know about you, Spencer, but if a team I hate is losing, I don't cheer for the other team.
If a team I hate is losing, hold on. So you're telling me tomorrow night if the Eagles are up 21-3 over the Chiefs?
I hate that game because because I don't want either of them to win.
I mean, I literally made a joke and I was being serious. I might sit down, YouTube has it, and watch the satellite feed from Super Bowl 32 instead. I know at least my team wins that one.
I did get a message earlier from Ryan actually going, "Morning, mate. How you doing?" To which I'm thinking, well, I know he's about to ask me something because he never just randomly wishes me good morning. So, and he's not replied to me. I don't mean to be presumptuous, but I'm going to be massively presumptuous and
I
think
didn't
that
say
I'm about to
anything.
be invited onto a Super Bowl stream.
Yeah,
I didn't say anything.
He did put it out there, so he's he might be.
So I basically said, hey, potentially I got to see what the missus has planned because things change. I got invited to a Super Bowl party. I'm not doing that because half the people there are Swifties. So I'd rather just not watch anything than hang out with those people.
That is not watching a sport.
Oh, no, I made a joke at a hockey
just
game.
scores to tie it up 1-1 with Ipswich. Very nice
Cardiff
header off a corner.
Cardiff have scored.
Cardiff has scored 2. You're right. Stoke
Cardiff
is down
has scored
2-0 at
2.
home.
Now,
And,
I'm not an expert on football, but that means that they're -5 for the week.
Stoke? I'm just kidding.
Fuck, why not? Why not? Stoke are -5 for the week.
I'm just kidding.
So real quick. Friday, 2 Fridays ago, I'm at this hockey game, and the guy who's an Eagles fan is a buddy of mine. His wife is having a party. He just wants to watch football. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm hoping Taylor Swift gets sick and can't show up to the game. And the 2 girls that turned around and looked at me, if they could have murdered me there, they would have.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to that Super Bowl party.
Just to recreate the film of what you think the Super Bowl party might end up.
Did somebody just score again? Oh, if you see sorry, interruption. I just saw the Cardiff goal. Ball comes up in the air. Oh my gosh, he gets a toe on it and goes right off the goalkeeper. Oh my gosh. It was a very first you think the goalkeeper is going to get there because the goalkeeper is there. But nope. Little chip over the goalkeeper and it goes in. Wow.
Well,
very nice. Sorry about that.
I'm going to spend I've got a free Saturday night, so what I'm going to actually do is learn the lyrics to loads of Taylor Swift songs just to recreate the feeling of what a Super Bowl party for Spencer might have actually been like.
You could say them and I'll just be like, I don't know.
But I'll say it like Taylor Swift does. I'll replicate the.
So the Taylor Swift annoyance.
Oh, from the spot. And guess who did it? What's that guy's name? Who's one of the popular guys on the Stoke team? No, not on the Stoke team, on the Everton team. What's his name? Tykowski. What an idiot. He goes to the ground in the box, and there you go. Bournemouth is going to be kicking it from the spot to take a lead.
Yes, Wales and Italy.
Sorry about that. I am.
I want people to try and say the name of the gentleman that scored for Coventry.
Give me a second.
Try and say his name. That should.
Joe Henry?
Sorry?
I don't understand why did BX bring this up?
Pitbull was American.
Because I made a joke earlier about Tom and it said the Pitbull was let loose.
Yeah. He'll turn like a Pitbull.
But either way, Tom, I haven't said anything to him about our conversation offline. So that was kind of just solicited by Ryan randomly, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, there's no problem.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking he's going to ask me.
Yeah.
If you are listening,
I went to okay, here we go. I went to IKEA and I think I did try the Swedish meatballs there. Does that get me?
I like going to IKEA. I don't like owning IKEA stuff. Does that make sense?
It's like for me. Well, you know, it's like if that I don't mind. I've bought stuff from IKEA that has lasted. So
I've never had their Swedish meatballs.
Who am I supposed to be Googling, Tom, to do pronunciations?
Well, just have a look at the Coventry versus Ipswich score.
Bournemouth is up 1-0.
And let's just say it's quite a name.
Yeah.
It was only meant to be like a 4-second joke or something, but now I've turned it into homework.
Wow, look at this, Mr. Tom.
Well, that's simply because you are a lying fuck love.
His name is Joel L.
His name is Joe. Yeah, cool. Yeah. That's quite. I don't think I'm unfair in bringing that up because that is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a name.
It really is. Could you just imagine the kids in school? And he's sitting here writing his name, and he goes to his neighbor, goes, "Hey, what's your name?" "Oh, John Smith." "What do you have to spell?" This.
It is. I imagine it takes the commentator most of the first half to even say it.
Fulham is up 1-0 on Wigan, so that's lots of scoring going on here.
Lata Boy Dwyer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a guess. It's Latte Baudier or Baudier or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think IKEA is a torture chamber. What are you talking
You can
about?
get your steps in there for sure. That's not a question.
Yeah.
I've never
But it's
been.
definitely a torture.
And if you can follow our map, and if you can follow instructions, you can build stuff. And if you know how to read numbers and letters and stuff, you can figure out where all your stuff is. Right?
Some people failed at that task in elementary school, Gary. I'm not saying Rosie did. I'm not.
See the turn you all predicted occurred at 3:26 p.m. in the UK.
So yeah, there you go. How do you say this again, Spencer?
I think it's Latte Baudier.
There you go. And
I don't know.
How do you say it, Mr. Tom?
I think it's Latte Baudier, but I don't know.
All right.
I'm not gonna watch the highlights to find out either. So
Yeah. So Nick had a fever and cough. It's getting away now. So did you let it out the back door, or did it just run away? What's going on?
Well, that's one way to get rid of a cold.
Leave the back door open and then it just goes.
Well, that's what she said.
Oh, this is Rosie turning on Mr. Tom. So there you go, people. That's what it looks like.
I correctly called you a line.
Oh, this should be a goal. This should be a goal. Oh my gosh! How in the world did you not even get that past the goalkeeper? He's on the ground. Oh my gosh!
I didn't
Southampton
see
is
the Leeds
terrible.
game today. Well, Millwall defeated first place Leeds reserves.
You should have said Leeds United Team B.
That's a better way of putting it. Daniel James got to watch the action from the comfort of wherever they stick the Leeds players that ain't playing. He had a miss on Wednesday night, which was incredible. Like it. Well, Millwall have actually beat us twice this season.
There you go. Yeah.
Hopefully, when they actually turn up at Ellen Road again in the league game, we will give them a similar treatment to what we gave to Cardiff.
Yeah. See, there you go. He let out the back door. Fevers and cough. Love the back door. Leave it open. They run out.
He opened the Hershey Highway.
I didn't need to get into too many details, but you keep going there.
I got into all the details. I'm the details man. I'm not. That's not a thing. It's not a thing.
Oh, Rosie. You know what? Just for you, they didn't beat Leeds. All right, let's move on.
They won the game, and I congratulate them. There's no unlike some football teams, which I'm not going to name names. If Leeds United get beaten by a football team, I'll just sit there and go, on occasion, it's like they scored more goals than we did. That's what it matters. I can assure you that's all that matters to Millwall right now.
Mm-hmm. And there you go. Now that's just trying to figure out how big the fandom is at somebody's team.
If you weren't at the game, did the other fan go? Otherwise, she says this despite the fact that she regularly sits in the crowd of Leeds fans on social sites.
So, given Leeds United's history, so I'm doing a little Wikipedia search right now. Shouldn't you hate Huddersfield more?
I hate everyone.
Well, we understand this, but we also saw an exhibit earlier today where Millwall and Derby were button A and button B, and button B was Derby, and it got definitely pushed. So I'm just seeing here, like, apparently due to a connection with Huddersfield, Lee adopted the home colors of Huddersfield for their first home kit in 1919.
We may have done.
Oh, I was just curious. I didn't know if there was a little beef.
Oh, really? Well, I appreciate that.
Well, I guess my joke was going to be I was going to find out what industry they were connected to when they were first formed, and I was going to say they actually got the workers of the factory to play. Vice the actual.
Do you know why they are, to Leeds fans, why they're nicknamed the Dog Botherers?
I do not know.
Because allegedly, someone from Huddersfield was caught in a situation with a dog.
Okay, cool. I guess that happens.
Let's just say in a bestiality kind of situation, to which then the nickname Dog Botherers. because someone sure bothered that dog in Huddersfield. Thank
Mm.
you, Rosie, for letting me. Portsmouth have equalised at Sheffield United. I've always respected Portsmouth.
Mm.
I don't care. I don't care what the right animal is. Fuck it. But I'm still going with dog botherers.
How?
Pigeons sounds a little bit of
Nope.
like what are the
Nope, don't want to know.
I mean that opens a new set of questions. As in, if you can fit into a pigeon, it probably if you have a wife, that will explain why you're probably in a situation where you feel obligated to actually try it with a pigeon.
this is just gone. Wow.
Who'd you hear the story from, though, Rosie? That's the question. That story leaked its way all the way up to Scotland? It's a good story, I imagine.
The internet has kind of sped up the process of information.
That's true.
Maybe. So
well, I walked into that one. She said,
I've heard Leeds fans just fit into pigeons. Not yet.
Well, okay, there you go. If you can, but she hates IKEA furniture.
Yeah.
It's a torture chamber. Don't go there.
Torture chamber.
Yeah. I will say this, Gary. I know you wanted to talk to Arsenal game.
I said I haven't talked about it. I don't know if that's it's been good or bad for me.
I mean, if you want me to do a quick review, because we're gonna have to do it again Monday. That's the problem.
No, you know what? We can save it and just let it fester some more.
It's up to you, because I really just watched up to the Jacob Murphy goal and then I just turned it off in anger.
The entire thing, like I said, I guess I'm a masochist. I like I'll just watch it to the end.
I would have watched it under different circumstances on Wednesday, but based on how Wednesday went down, I just was.
Yeah. No, I was. I think I was in the car, for the second half, because usually I leave work at 4 when I'm in the office. So the first half. No, I just don't. If you're down 2 goals, you need 3 goals to win. I just think you should try to set your team up to get the 3 goals sooner than later. And I don't think we did that. So.
I mean, the Odegaard miss is the one that gets me.
Well, you know what? How many Newcastle games have we said that? This miss is what basically turns the tide a little bit and gets the game out of our hands. I mean, the first game we played them on the road in the league, Martinelli doesn't go 1-on-1 and win on the goalkeeper, right? And then we go on to lose that one, right? Then the next game. I don't even know what happened in the first game, but basically, I feel like we always get chances. Whether or not they're good or not is one thing, but because we have to depend on Kai Havertz to do something he can't do.
But I'm looking at yesterday or Tuesday and that Odegaard miss.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't think I saw. I was listening to the game because I can't really.
He hit the post, if I'm not mistaken. He
hit the outside of the post, which means he missed it.
So I'm like looking at that and I'm like, that's 2-1 right there. And it's like, just changes the whole outcome of the game. And then you don't go sign a player. And I watched the video and I'll have to find out who it was. And it was, people are going to sit here and say, here's my argument at this point. And I was texting my buddy about this. You didn't have to go get Kai another like Elite 9. You just needed another body. You really did. Because now Martinelli's out.
Yeah.
So
depth was an issue to start with. So they're telling us that they couldn't find any depth. They can find goalkeeper depth, no problem. But to find attacking depth, nope, can't find anything. Nothing on loan. Nope.
I know your fan base enough to know that just buying anybody would not have been acceptable.
But you know what? Here's my thinking. But you're talking about the craziness, right? I'm talking about. If Arteta thinks he can get something out of a player, then he should go ahead and do it. Because guess what? You basically are handcuffing yourself if you don't bring in numbers when you're already down to your top two attackers. Your best player is one of them. And then you're asking the rest of the players to do something that they can't do. They cannot handle what we have ahead of us, which is to try to win every game. They can't do that by themselves. So you're just asking for too much. So you have.
I'm just going to say, all I'll say is I think Spencer's take is probably right, but at worst, it's fair. But a lot of Arsenal fans do not have the same take in that situation.
Yeah. No, I didn't think we needed to replace Ramsdale, but Arteta did. All right. And he's been right about it. He's been slow on the draw because we never get the first target. We always get the first target on the second go around. But I don't know. I just they left the team light to start the season. They left the team light. In January, they said the team is light, and then they left it light again, and then they got punished for it immediately.
I mean, I would feel differently right now if Saka and Saka and Jesus had been healthy going into the January window, and if all parts were healthy, and you would have said, "Hey, we just don't want to buy until the summer."
That is still
I could live with that. Maybe other people can't. That's fine. I don't have emergency.
For me,
introducing to the stage.
Let me hold it. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. Since you already started, go on. Continue.
Oh no, I mean, we'll just save this for Monday, Gary. It's okay.
All right.
We're bringing in the one, the only. He's not actually in gimmick this week for some reason.
Whoa. He'll tell you he's never in gimmick. He shows up where he doesn't. He has fill-ins. What are you talking about?
You're right. My introduction was mistaken, obviously. So anyway, it's Samuel Greenwood.
Welcome to you know what happened? Oh my gosh, my computer is acting up right now, and here we go. Welcome to the stage. It's Sam from the Greenwoods of Green. If you know what I'm talking about.
Hello, everybody. How are we?
Hello.
Gary's face of upset.
I didn't know where that was going because I when he doesn't speak in his regular language, I'm screwed.
Fair enough.
There's a question from a member of the chat which I want to know what the joke is.
Oh, here we go. I started it. So, Sam, you have an answer for this before Rosie gives it to us?
How many Leeds fans does it take to change a light bulb? Probably about 75. Yeah, am I right with that?
75.
It's at least 2 in my case if there's no chair in the room. So
at least 2.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So 75. Can you tell me what the 75 are doing? Because that sounds
yes. You have 68 in a committee to decide how the light bulb is going to be changed. Then you have 3 doing monitoring of the one person changing the light bulb. And then you've got a couple of people just standing there because they've got nothing better to do. That is how it works.
I wondered what the answer was actually going to be, and we have received the answer. And I don't want to be the sort of person that I don't like it because it's at my expense. It's absolutely fine, but I just think it's a bit lame. I think you should have just made something up, even just do 75. 1 to change it, and 74 to molest the dogs of whoever did it. Like, make something up.
I was gonna make like 4 for QA, 4 for safety, 2 like 10 as the project manager.
Yeah. Pretty much how it works. But I thought Tom's solution was a lot better and probably more accurate about Leeds fans.
Okay, I go about Leeds fans. I get it, but that's just nasty. Mr. Tom. So okay, so you associate with these people, right? Because you are a Leeds fan, so you know what they're talking about. You've actually seen it, probably participated in it, and all these things. Is that true to say? Because that is your team, your fan base.
I'm going to change my answer to my name is now Arsene Wenger. So clearly, I didn't see it.
Pulling a Wenger, eh? That's all. You're slick.
There's 72 angles of that camera, but I did not see it.
And then Rosie's taking your. Oh my gosh! Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's different ways of doing it. Different approaches.
That's kind of what I expected. if I'm being honest, because I thought Rosie was going to actually like do something mildly outlandish, and then she just went, "Oh, one to do it, and then one to say you're an idiot for doing it." I'm like, "Come on, Rosie, you're better than that."
Since Rosie's in the chat here, and I've just popped on, I was actually thinking just off the top of my head now, Tom, if you can maybe help me with this. I've got a Rosie chat participation bingo card here. Has one of the things I want to cross off is, has she called something pish yet?
She has not.
Right.
Not yet,
Okay.
but we've not talked about any movies.
Can you show this bingo card to everybody?
No, I've just got it in my head at the moment. I was going to write it down, but I
This
can't
would
be
have been
bothered.
a really good graphic to bring up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a Rosie
Mr.
bingo
Tom,
card.
talk to your
graphic.
John friend and see if you can bring up a Rosie bingo card.
I'm gonna have to make a Rosie bingo card. And
My
make an
what
overlay
friend?
out of it.
Did you
Your
say
John-
my God friend?
Your John friend.
Oh, that's what you said, God friend. I was thinking.
So one's going to be
Jesus
she
Christ,
calls
if I was
something
going to ask
pish.
him a lot of things, it wouldn't be that.
So one's going to be she calls something pish. Another one's going to be she's doing a score update. She's definitely done that. There's no way she hasn't done that score update.
That's happened.
For teams, I don't even know how to say their name. So there you go.
Gary, you struggle with British
She did
team
it for
names,
European teams as well. To be
No,
fair,
this
she's doing Europe as well, is she?
Yeah, she went
Definitely
across the water. Yes, she's
definitely
going
on the bingo card. A third thing is she's displaying an absolutely terrible taste in something. Has she done that already?
I don't believe so.
The only reason I'm going to say no is actually she has. I don't know if it's terrible taste because admittedly I've never been there, but she has used the sentence. It got brought up a couple of times. So let me find it here. But IKEA is
torture chamber.
Torture chamber. That was it.
Well, actually, I agree with that one. So that wouldn't go down as that. But normally there's something she's saying that's just an absolutely terrible take. That's just
here's one she's got.
What the hell have I done
loves
to
Celtic.
Piccadilly Circus?
Yeah.
Tom is a menace to Piccadilly Circus. That is true. There's signs of him with a red cross.
I am, but I don't know specifically why.
Tom's not allowed to exit a Piccadilly Circus on the underground. They just won't let him.
Oh, that sounds kind of like, what did you do? I know, I don't want to.
That sounds discriminatory.
They've got signs of him with a red.
That sounds like, let's keep this guy away from whatever is out on Piccadilly Circus.
Oh, that's right. Oh, she thinks I'm a pigeon fucker.
Oh,
well, there's all different variations. But another thing on the bingo card is, has she mentioned any food she's made recently?
That hasn't come up yet.
Right. Okay. But I'm going to put together a Rosie bingo card, and we're going to have an overlay with it. We're going to go through it when we do our shows.
Nice. Got Mark. Got Spawning Mark on the show. He said Mr. Tom was great on the show yesterday. I heard the show a little bit, and you know what? Okay, here we go, Sam, because I heard the show yesterday, and I believe Mr. Tom was backing this claim that one Miles Lewis Skelly is he's too big for his britches.
Yes, I was in the chat.
I never actually said anything on it. I didn't say anything.
You basically were like, I agree. You kind of were doing I felt like you were doing the nodding thing. Like, yeah, I'm with you on this one. That's what Mr. Sam, I don't know what you felt, but I felt like
I to be honest, I was in the chat and I did see that part of the show, which is a good show, by the way, what I saw. So that was good.
Thank you.
Entertaining. Tom did a very good job stepping in as a host, as he always does, very graciously. I must be honest. I've got to be honest, and I didn't see Tom really react to that in any negative way. To be honest,
you're just his friend.
If I'd actually got to have a word in on it, because obviously everyone on the panel was very passionate about it, whereas I really don't care.
Yeah.
I'll put it another way. What I would have said is, when I saw it, and I immediately saw, that's the thing that someone else is Ronaldo does or whatever, and he's mocking him. I was like, that's funny. That's very funny. Like, it amused me because it's banter in another team. But I also can see why people are like, why is it okay when he does it, but not okay when anyone else does it to them? Basically, the one thing I did say, which actually left my mouth, is it feels like this discourse is very 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. People are upset at things that they would have laughed at if they did it.
Yes.
but then it's not okay when he does it. But
it's all
okay if they do it.
hypocritical. It's all very hypocritical if we're really honest about it. It's very hypocritical because it's just the way the fans, it's just being a fan works like that, doesn't it? You laugh at the other team. It's all good when you're dishing it out, but it's not so good when you need to take it, right? That's just the life of a fan. But I did think, I did think David's take, that guy David on the panel, I did think him saying that Lewis Scully, not Scully, we're back to fucking
Skelly.
We're back to Scully. We're back to fucking X-Files again now, and Gillian Anderson. No, I wasn't meant to do that. But Lewis Skelly, David saying that he's arrogant and that he shouldn't be saying anything, and like he's only been around for 5 minutes. I did think that was a bit of a poor take, to be honest. I was like, listen, it's all right for everyone else to do loads of stuff, but just because Lewis Skelly is new, like he can't do anything. Yeah, I thought that was a bit bad. But
I mean, the real thing in this is that again, I think it's a lot of basically if Arsenal do it, you're going to find it funny. But if someone does it to Arsenal, you're not going to find it funny. But then the reverse happens.
But I wouldn't. I'm not going to say turn around and go. You know what? I think I don't. I think, as we said, this football thing is supposed to be fun. And if that's not fun, then what the hell are we doing here? And that's the thing.
Well,
he works really hard. If you watch the player, like most of Arsenal fans do, he works hard. And when he plays hard as well. And that's what he did. Right?
He didn't say that.
No. But what I'm saying is,
when
if you take just the one take of him sitting on the ground and go, I think that might be a little too much. I feel like that's like because if you watched a lot of his games, I don't feel like he's done anything outside of that you go, he shouldn't be doing that. He's too young for that. He hasn't put himself out there yet enough to warrant.
He put himself out there at Molineux.
Yeah. Everybody and anybody said that was a cynical foul and should have been an easy yellow. That's what everybody says. So try again. What's the next one? What's the next thing you want to bring up about him? Because that one doesn't fall. That one falls in deaf ears.
I couldn't even tell you what he looked like in lineup.
I know. So that's why. Once again, you're just wasting my time.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I ask a serious question here, though? Like, why are we debating?
Tom's pushing buttons again.
Gary, would you like some sausage? Gary, would you like some sausages?
Tom's pushing buttons again. He's pushing Gary's buttons. Look at him.
Spencer, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why Holland's entitled to be a prick, but if Skelly does it, it's not proper for you to do it. It's like
He's just not entitled to be a prick though, because you've all mocked him for it mercilessly since it happened.
Who are you talking about, Holland or Skelly?
Holland. We as a football community, but in this instance, Arsenal fans, and I do think the main reason it became a thing is because he did it to Arsenal. But it became a larger thing because then his form instantly went off the cliff when he did it. That was the real catalyst to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Basically, if he then did that and then went on and scored 30 goals, we wouldn't be
He basically said, stay humble, and then he disappeared for about 2 months.
Well, I don't care if Holland goes crazy or does, his braggadocious stuff. But Skelly should be able to do it too. My point is anybody should be able to do it. You don't have to be on a top 6 team to have a little spice in you. I think he's 18 years old. Look at the way he walks, how he handles himself on the pitch. He's confident. I mean, go look back at that City game. He was getting the ball in dangerous spots and pushing pushing people off of him. The kid's going to be really good. We've got a gem right there in that kid.
And the way that he started, I believe he started his first appearance, I thought, was in the City match away, right? And not only so he starts off with a yellow, and then he comes on, he does that, and then after the game, all that stuff happens, and then and then you've got Harlan walking up to him like, who are you, right?
He's got a little
basically. So for me, Harlan kind of started it, right? And Skelly said, you know what, I get a chance here to respond, so I'm going to respond. Yeah. And you know what? That's what football's all about. And if you can't do that, and again, without being like, you know what, you're a little too young for doing that right now. You know what?
Like
Arsenal. No. Let me finish what I got to say. Arsenal needs.
Because he didn't start it.
What do you mean he didn't start that?
He didn't start it.
Harlan walked up to him and asked
him in a situation that actually said to him.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Was it-
Tommy, you're forgetting why Lewis Skelly walked up to him in the first place.
Because
Because
Holland
he
threw the
was
ball
being a
to the
bit of a
back of
knob to
Gabriel's
Arteta.
head.
Yes, exactly, and also because he'd thrown the ball at Gabriel and all of that crap. Holland had basically been an absolute prick for that whole game, and
He is.
obviously got a bit of a bite.
But you know
out
what,
of the
Mr.
Arsenal
Tom
lads.
doesn't want to. That doesn't work in his narrative.
So Lewis Skelly was reacting to
What
Haaland.
is my
basically.
narrative, Gary?
just to
what
piss
is
me
my
off. Say
narrative?
stuff I don't like.
Is that am I doing well with it?
Yes.
Excellent.
No, I like I said, I don't think he. I think you know, if you know anything about the play, you know that him being a prick is last thing on his mind. He's not going to do that. All right. So I kind of felt like, you know what, you're going after the wrong kid. Like if this was like Guendouzi, I can see it. This isn't Guendouzi, so I kind of felt like, you know what,
Yeah, Guendouzi.
like I feel like you went after the wrong kid. You know?
Guendouzi went out of his way to be a
Oh
prick.
no, you're picking up Miles.
Nah,
I still like Guendouzi as a player.
yeah.
But
He doesn't.
Skelly's
But he doesn't. He never
miles
backs
better.
it up enough
Oh,
for me
okay, look what I did
to
there.
allow him to. You can be a donkey if you want to, but you got to back it up. And like when Harlan said what he said and then turned around and like disappeared for a month or two, that means he can't back it up. It's a lot of talk, and then you know what? Most people just cower when he talks, and he did. And then you know what? He talked, and guess what? He couldn't back it up. You know, is he back? Is he even back now? Is he even back now? Right? He scored like 1 or 2 goals since that time. He was crazy going into that game, right? And since that time, I think he scored 2 or 3 goals in the league. He's still not back to his form that would have got
Is he still the top scorer in the Premier League?
No, he's second now, I believe,
Yeah.
behind Sal, I believe. So,
Well, that obviously shows the level to which he was playing at.
no, he
until
was
set
playing
that
like
setup.
crazy. It was like a month, and
Yeah.
he was still the top scorer in the league, right? So we got Scooby D2 in the house this afternoon, folks. Welcome to the show. I think you guys should do well to listen to Tom. He knows football better than anyone. Wow, she just turns like she turns on a dime.
Hold on now.
Or is it a pence?
That is not on Sam's bingo card at all.
Yeah. No. This is
No.
it is on the card. She can turn on a dime. That is on the card.
That's
Oh, no, I was
her
gonna
giving
say,
Tom praise is not on the card.
No. But her turning
that could
on a
be
dime is on the
that
card.
Could be on the card, yeah.
I nearly fell out of my chair when I first saw it. 2
More
minutes
Myth is gonna
ago.
go.
I
Oh,
was,
this is.
I was like, she never praises me for anything. But she did say something was said about the show or whatever. It was very
She
nice.
did inadvertently call you a dog molester and a pigeon molester though.
That comes with the territory of being on the internet, though, doesn't it?
Did she actually say molester or just somebody who fancies that type of species? Is there a
No,
difference?
she definitely insinuated there was
She did-
penetration.
Whoa! Did she
Comment here.
actually say it, or are you insinuating it?
No,
based
no,
on
no,
the
she-
comment?
Oh no,
I've got
I'm
the comment
inferring
here.
it from what she inferred.
You're okay.
I've
All
got-
right.
I've got the comment here.
I'm
I've
just
got the
making
comment
sure.
here.
I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I just want to make
She
sure.
wrote in
You've
terms of
clearly
how
got a
many
lawyer.
Leeds, in terms of how many Leeds fans to screw like Bob, she wrote 63, 1 to change it, 12 to shag dogs, and 50 to shag pigeons.
Yeah, but is that like none of that sounds like that? They said
She's
well,
basically insinuating the entire farm is going at it.
She's definitely on the animal farm. Definitely, that's definitely where she is.
Yeah.
Welcome to the road trip, everyone.
Yes,
Saturdays
this-
at 3 p.m. in the UK.
Yeah. See, I did not say this. I don't think anybody. Mr. Tom said this supposedly. So there you
Isn't
go.
that the guy that Arsenal were looking at signing, Mo Lester,
Oh no, I'm not. We're moving on. Let's move on.
on the old AFTV clip? You know when they
Yes.
clipped
Yep.
like, them getting caught out, which Gary would definitely get caught out.
I love Scooby's comment. It says, "I can see Sam at the bingo prowling in a raincoat." Well, if I was doing that, Scooby would definitely. If I was doing that, Scooby would definitely be the one calling out the fucking bingo. I tell you that he would definitely be the guy running the show.
I can see that, Sam.
Yeah.
Is it a yellow one with the big willies
Yellow?
on and everything?
No, it's not yellow. It's got to be brown.
It's got to be brown, but you got the yellow willies on.
It's got to be brown, and it's got to be. You know, you got to have it. You know, well, you know, it's got to be. You know, it's got to be warm. You know, it's got to be. You got to have a little bit of quality to it. You know,
brown. All right.
Yeah.
All
Got to have a brown raincoat.
All right, here we go.
Light
Got Alex
round.
Jatari
round.
is in the house. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Big
Thanks for
up,
joining
big
us.
up,
We are,
Alex.
this is the road trip. We'll talk about football and then we'll talk about other things as well.
I think he just joined. He missed everything. I sent him the link, so he didn't hear the. He'd have to go back.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. Yeah.
We revealed Arsenal's transfer plans for the summer.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Mr. Tom, question for you. Dr. Leeds, how are you?
I'm looking for my Dr. Leeds meme to add it to this in case we ever need it.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
Can I have something that I can share? Can I share it?
Go on.
Absolutely.
It's your show.
All right.
Roll it.
I love how Sam starts it off. So here we go. Anyways.
Because the actual joke itself is you're sick. Because it's just a sick.
You're like listening to it going, this is not, as Mr. Tom would say, this is not me.
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because it's just basically a sick story. That's all it is. But it's the way it's told. I think that's where it's all like the comedy is. Anywho,
Yeah. Had an emergency.
Southampton have been shit. Tom, what happened? Southampton have been shit so far, haven't they? What happened there?
Well, I can explain this. Basically, Dr. Leeds turned up because have you not been playing well, unable to defend, finding woes in front of goal? Dr. Leeds are going to turn up and cure all that ails you. And we're going to make you nice and happy and give you your points and your goals. We didn't give you a clean sheet.
Annoying.
I mean, we still lead.
Dr. Leeds. Is that Dr. Leeds?
Dr. Leeds. Dr. Leeds.
Dr. Leeds.
Dr.
The
Leeds,
question you have to
baby.
ask yourself is he qualified? Is he qualified?
He's qualified at fixing shitness. PH.
Oh man, I love that. Anywho, and then
Anywho.
I love that video. That's a good one. That puts a smile.
Good
on my
old
face.
Dr. Leeds.
Oh man.
Hi, everybody.
I'm gonna fucking remake.
You're gonna keep doing it, aren't you? Anytime I get comfortable, you're gonna say something that's gonna make me uncomfortable.
Well, Hitler Cat is here, so Poland has to watch out. We've got that as well.
Oh no. All right. And for those who didn't know, okay, did you have this on your bingo card?
Yes, on the bingo card is also Rosie sharing loads of links to YouTube channels.
Yeah.
That's definitely on the bingo card.
There you go, everyone. So check out these links of friends of the channel.
Yes,
there you
yes. But Tom, what happened with Leeds today? I mean, I'm not trying to dig you out or anything, but losing at home to Millwall, what happened?
Millwall had 2 shots on target and scored 2 goals, and we missed a penalty. Congratulations to Millwall. I'd like to move on.
Did
Melier have anything to do with this, or was it that were they just 2 decent
Melier
goals?
was sat on his arse in the sand. Cardalo got caught out by 2 deflections.
Yes.
Oh, it was Darlow in goal, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the FA Cup?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Oh well.
Not only that, but the goals they gave up were to a player who, if I recall, that was his first game back in a while. He looked like he'd been playing for a very long time. But yeah. It was
Oh well. We at least, Tom, we went out before you, right? We went out in the 3rd round, so there is that.
there you go.
There is that. There absolutely is that, 100%. You know.
The goal scorer was Aziz, and I thought it was the Arsenal
scored
Academy
twice.
player.
Oh yeah, I
But
remember Aziz.
it wasn't him.
Good old Aziz. I thought he was going to be pretty good, because I remember him having a couple of decent cup performances.
Yep.
Yeah, he did look like a promising for sure. Yeah, but no, it was not meant to be. This is a different Aziz.
You know what? I was just on that fact. So I was just popped in my head. It's amazing how it's so hard for these youth players to actually come through. I mean, it's so hard to get to that level that what Lewis Skelly and Waneri and all these kids have been doing, in recent seasons. Because I just remember I went back when I was when I was studying in the UK at the beginning of the 2000s. I was living. Some of my family was living out in Enfield, which isn't far from Boreham Wood. And at that time, Boreham Wood was where the Arsenal reserves would play their games at Boreham Wood. So sometimes I'll just for the sake of it, because it was free. You could go and watch reserve games for free there. So sometimes if I didn't really have anything to do on like a an evening or like an afternoon at the weekend, I'll just pop over there and have a look at a reserves game. I remember at that time, I think it was about 2001 or 2002. We had this young player in the reserve. He was playing for the Arsenal reserves, and his name was Guy Demel. His name was Guy Demel, a French kid. I can't remember where Wenger got him. But Wenger got him in. He got him from somewhere. I can't remember. Toulouse, I think maybe. But anyway, this Guy Demel, I remember I saw him in 2 games for the reserves. He was in midfield, and he looked a lot like Vieira in the way his body looked. He was tall, quite imposing. And he was so good. He was so good. I mean, he was like the dominant player in both of the games I watched. And I thought, wow, we might have a new Vieira on our hands here. That's what he looked like to me. Not that I'm a professional coach or anything, but that's what he looked like to me. And then I just remember, Guy Demel, he's going to be a star. And then like just a few months later, we sold him for next to nothing. So I'm like, what the fuck? It's just amazing how you just see how someone looks good in one game, but really that's probably not the whole picture, is it?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that story, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And did you have this on your bingo card?
That's a lie. Sam wasn't educated. Rosie, what are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? What are we going to do?
And this is some scores that people do. Do we even want to know? Is this like, this isn't even FA Cup, is it?
Well, it looks like another little bonus today is it looks like Frank Lampard's having a bit of a comeback down to earth period now.
Where does he coach?
They're losing at home to Ipswich, and they just recently lost to Leeds. So yeah, the honeymoon period might be over.
I'm sorry, they lost to. Sorry, Frank Lampard lost to who?
He lost to a team called Leeds. Have you heard of them, Tom? They're they're from Yorkshire area.
The level of which I'm going to focus on that game has mysteriously increased since yesterday.
Yep. How much break time are you going to do?
You got Brenny in the house. Welcome to the show, Brenny.
You got Brenny.
I may acknowledge it as a thing that happened.
And I guess he's coming after you, Slagwood.
Who's that? Who's coming after me?
I don't know.
I don't know. But thank you.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Just how I made that.
Good.
I got the Leeds. It should have actually worked. Not that I'm telling you how to do the bit, but it should have actually worked with me going, "Hi, everybody," and then you all go collectively, "Hi, Dr. Leeds," because you all need to acknowledge that he exists.
Yes, Mr. You got Anthony in the house. Welcome to the show. Anthony says hi to all of us.
Hey, it's El Crusty Socko. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Rusty Socko. Anthony, I don't know if that's a
El Crusty Socko. That is Anthony's wrestling name.
Socko. Can I say that? Is that actually that's nasty? Yeah.
It is nasty, Gary. You love it nasty. You know you do. You love it nasty.
I imagine that's pretty nasty.
Yes, it's very nasty.
It didn't get crusty on its own.
It didn't. It didn't, Spencer. It didn't get.
But Anthony may have some.
Is it reusable once it gets crusty?
He has to wash it every 7 hours because that's how much he uses it. But
11 hours.
I don't even know. Where do we start? That's on the bingo card too.
That would be on my bingo card. If there was a Sam Greenwood bingo card, that would be on it.
Oh no!
I've got a picture of what Anthony Herbert is calling Sam Greenwood, so I'm just going to add it in.
Oh God!
I don't think I want to know.
He calls me Nails, this old wrestler.
Oh, okay.
And I don't see the resemblance, but apparently El Crusty Socko does so.
It's a great resemblance in the same way that Sam. Sorry, I'll put it another way. He looks like this wrestler now, in the same way that Spencer looks like Stevie Wonder. But out of respect to Andy Herbert, as a viewer of Mr. Tom Talks Wrestling, I'm still feel the need to acknowledge that he is.
Is that all it takes to get like credit in this business? Just watch Mr. Tom's Wrestling, and
it's where it's where you got to be. It's where the cool kids are.
It's where the stars alert, Gary.
Oh.
So just give me
Thursday was a
second.
busy day for me. I missed a lot of shows. You guys did the Denzel, and I was like, I really wanted to see that and hear what you had to say live. But yeah, that looked
I
like
had
a
a lot
good
to
show.
say.
You know what? Did you go through Ricochet? Because I thought that was one of his good shows.
We didn't go through it. We mentioned it, but we didn't go through that one in detail because there were so many other films that we.
No, he's done a lot of good shows. That one just stands out
Yeah.
for me because
Well,
it had
Annie
we
Herbert
we had John
liked
Lithgow, though.
Ricochet.
had John Lithgow, and I
We had
love
the
that
Joe Lithgow bit about
Blakey.
Yeah,
When
we
he's
had the
gonna-
Joe Lithgow. We went into a bit. We went into a bit of a tangent on John Lithgow on that one, didn't we, Tom?
Yeah.
We may have done, and by may have done, I may have then described his scene when he was in Santa Claus
Yes.
and Dudley Moore that came up with a great business idea to give all the toys away for free, and then he started choking on his own neck fat out of shop. Incredible.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like,
Yeah.
for free.
But yeah, no,
brilliant.
but yeah, Gary. Now listen, the same goes for Spencer as well. I know you guys. It's early for you guys on a Thursday, and you guys are working. You got stuff to do, so that's why I don't expect you guys to come on. So yeah, that's no worries.
Thursday was extra tough for me. I'm learning a new role in my job. So,
I thought he was going to say a new role in the bedroom, but yeah, we'll take that as well. I got you. Look at him. He shut up for 2 seconds. I got you, Gary. I got you good,
hey,
man.
dude, I've been married for over 20 years. What do you think is happening?
That means you need more role play. The longer you get married,
Absolutely
the more role play you need to do. I've never been married, but I have been in a long-term relationship, and the longer it goes, the more role playing you need to do. That's just the way it goes.
I hear you. Yeah.
I once tried to role play as a good human.
Yeah.
I felt very uncomfortable.
It didn't suit you, did it?
So what about this one, Sam? Can you deny or confirm this?
She's right. She's right. I do have a problem with Swedish lesbians because they're not as good as Venezuelan dwarfs. So there's that.
Annie Herbert, if you are listening within the sound of my voice, should I unleash nails on the audience?
Oh,
yes.
No.
Just do it.
Might as well. We're here on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Might as well.
This is who Annie Herbert went to the trouble of sending me a photo of. Not this photo specifically. I was too lazy to actually put that on it. But basically, this is Sam Greenwood, apparently.
Wow. He definitely doesn't like you.
Yes. Very, very much of a resemblance there.
You know what? That looks like somebody who's constipated. Mr. Sam, give me the constipated look. No, I didn't get it right.
I'll tell you what he actually got fired for. It's brilliant.
He got fired as a wrestler?
He wrestled a match at Wembley Stadium. This is genuinely true. They actually put him on camera at Wembley Stadium. He won in about 2 minutes using a variety of chokeholds because he can't wrestle. He's terrible at it.
Is that legal?
Well,
right.
Me, in 1992.
Tom, how many different chokeholds can you really do? I mean,
it's from the back, from the front, upside down.
Yeah, exactly. He basically took Virgil into the corner and proceeded to choke him for about 3 minutes, and then won by a choke. Anyway, it's not the actual what he got fired for.
Wigan just scored to make it 1-1 in the Fulham match. So there you go.
1-1 at Fulham. The payouts. They get paid. They find out what they earned like a month or so after, and he discovered his paycheck, and he basically thought he deserved more money. And this is obviously in a time where you didn't get guaranteed money; you earned what the promoter felt you were worth. In this case, Nels then took his grievance to Vince McMahon, who then basically told him. He turned into Tom and told Nels to go fuck himself.
Basically, right.
To which Nels responded by choking Vince McMahon.
You know what? If you try to get a promotion, you don't choke the person that signs the check.
And I can't remember who it was, but basically one of the wrestlers stood as a watcher, look at by the door, and he was like, "Quick! They're all coming because they can hear Vince choking." And he choked the shit out of Vince McMahon. Now, obviously, in hindsight, there's a lot of people out there who are like, he's kind of a hero too. But yeah, that's probably not the best thing to do when you are looking to maintain your employment.
Not a good idea to choke the boss. That is generally not a good idea.
Yes. We got Miss Melina joins us. Welcome to the show.
Big up,
Miss
Melina. I hope you're well. Melina.
Yeah. The Queen of Arsenal, Rosie says.
She pretty much is, to be honest. I mean, she's a pretty big deal.
There you go, people. And there's some scores. Bolton losing to Crowley. Stoke and Cardiff are now at 2-2.
I'm interested in this Sheffield United Plymouth result, considering Sheffield United are playing Portsmouth.
Italy beat Wales.
Rosie got it wrong, did she? Oh my god!
Is that on the bingo card?
It's definitely on the bingo card. It's the Rosie.
Rosie gets it wrong.
Here. I think it was designed to get a reaction out of me, of which I then looked at it and went, "Oh no, that hasn't happened."
Yeah.
Should we go through the FA Cup scores?
Yeah,
today?
quick. Here we go. So earlier this morning,
We don't need to do the early kickoff.
Leeds home to Millwall. You lose 2-0. Leighton Orient takes an early lead on Man City. Man City goes to the bench and comes back to win 2-1. I think is it Dushan, I think, or Mushanov? I think he's a defender. Isn't he the defender that was having a struggle?
He had
scores
a bad 4 minutes in his debut.
Yeah, he scores, and then Kevin De Bruyne with a pass from Grealish. Grealish, who played the whole game, I think, finally showed up, and when KDB showed up. So there you go.
He showed up
that's
at Leighton Orient.
He's on the B team, and he's not good against Leighton Orient. That's not good, right?
No.
Do you think if he came to Arsenal, he would be in this similar form? Because we had if we had beaten, was it Villa or where did he play? Was it Villa? I don't know.
Villa.
Hang on, Miss Melina turned up. Did everyone acknowledge Miss Melina's appearance?
Dude,
Yes.
Where have you been?
I've been in land of Tom. Like,
we just spent the whole segment on her, dude. Where? What?
Oh, I see. I'm obviously mistaken. I'd like to apologise.
We acknowledge all our friends, dude, and you're sitting here like, how about we say hi to Miss Melina like we didn't? We did.
We did.
Okay, since Tom missed it, say hello to Miss Melina, Tom.
All right, so here we go. Everybody, welcome to the show, Miss Melina. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Miss
Hey,
Melina.
everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And Rosie says, Queen of Arsenal. Sam, how do you feel as Miss Melina as Queen of Arsenal?
As I said just a few minutes ago that Tom didn't pay attention to, I did say yes, that's pretty much right, because she's actually pretty much a big deal, because she's got a big following on Twitter, and she's got quite a few subscribers on her channel as well.
And you know what? Tom is obsessed with the acknowledge me guy. He didn't even acknowledge Melina. What is up with this?
I'm totally acknowledging Melina. I'm making sure she definitely get acknowledged.
Tribal Chief, Queen of Arsenal.
Yeah, deja vu. I don't know. Yeah, it seemed like it.
Roman Reigns. Sorry, I hear Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Sorry, also, no, this is genuinely true. You said Melina's kind of a big deal. You know who else is? That's Ron Burgundy. Therefore, are you saying that Miss Melina is the Ron Burgundy of Arsenal?
I mean, in terms of, she's probably, she's up there close to Ron Burgundy. Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know, man.
Close.
Yeah. I don't know how to translate this, Mr. Tom.
All I can say is, Rosie, would you please do me a massive favour and rewrite that in English?
You stay classy, San Diego.
All right. Anybody want news from any other leagues?
Turkey.
So I have an important update today. It's one that Tom really enjoys. Do you know FC Magdeburg in the German second Bundesliga? They are currently third, and after 20 games, and they haven't won a single home game. They haven't won a single home game, and they're third. They were first a couple of weeks ago. Now they're third, but haven't won a single home game. Not still, even to now. They're the bottom of the home games league, bottom of the league, and top of the league in terms of away games. So they've won pretty much all their away games, but at home they haven't won one. Isn't that an interesting fact, guys? I mean, Tom, what's your opinion on that? Tom, can you tell me your opinion on that?
It's probably the same as it was when you first told me about it 4 weeks ago, where basically if they can sort of improve that home form by actually winning one, then they'd probably be doing a lot better than third. When it was a month ago, it was like, yeah, they'll probably be doing a lot better than first in the table. Tell me it. I feel like Sam's staring me down through. Like, tell me what you think of that thing I've told you about 400 times. Tell me. But no,
tell me.
In fact, I think Tom has a problem with all females, not just you, Rosie.
Yeah, I think Rosie. I think there's he's got a book on a list of people, and it's only got one name.
I got a list, baby.
Yeah,
it's a short list.
It's just a one-page book, and it's got one line on it. That's it.
That we.
I see.
Yeah.
Our Spencer doing his quips and then cutting out immediately.
Yeah.
It was very good, actually.
It became the 8th dwarf.
That was your difficult second album there.
It was difficult, but I
tricky.
tried.
The second one is tricky.
Yeah. So here we go, Mr. Tom and Sam Greenwood fan club. There you go, people.
I must have been making the Dr. Leeds meme at the time.
Yeah. Rosie, you were definitely reaching for this one, dude. You're trying to find something there. There's nothing there, Rosie.
She's trying, really trying.
Oh, there you go. Does anybody believe this or not? Mr. Tom and Rosie have matching dartboards with each other's faces on them.
Dartboard, and when I took the dartboard down to then fill in the wall, it was exactly as you'd imagine, as in all the amount of dots around the wall, around the dartboard, because I'm not a professional darts player.
You should have put a map on it, and then you could have used the holes.
It's literally a curry, Miss Melina. Yeah. It's literally a curry. That's hate speech. I already apologise for making a meme to try and make you all laugh and then mishearing your greeting. I've apologised. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry a million times over. But that's just hate speech. How dare you, sir or madam?
So wait, chicken korma is not a curry?
Apparently it's not.
Wow, okay.
It's not to loads of people that are trying to get a rise out of me.
Okay. Oh, look at this. She's got a life-size dartboard.
All I'm going to say is Miss Melina knows she was reaching with that one, and she knows she was just trying to upset me, and I will accept her apology because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, Miss Melina, say I'm sorry.
Reaching. The definition of reaching will be a photograph of Miss Melina going, I know what I was trying to do there. I went looking for a reaction. Congratulations, Melina. You got it.
There you go. Yeah.
Of course, I'm always reaching because I've got little arms.
No. See, that's now we're getting out there. See, yeah, Mr. Tom, let's move on.
That's not bad, actually, to be fair.
That's why he's always reaching.
He's always reaching. It's like, how do I get this cup off this counter?
She's she definitely can't get to the top shelf. Let's put it that way.
Miss Melina's 4'11".
There you go.
I don't know what I said.
Is that taller than you, Tom?
We'll pretend it is. For the comedy, we'll say she is a good 1 foot 11 inches taller than me. For the comedy, of course, for the comedy. That'd be a really upsetting trip to the buffet, because I'd literally be up there like no, well done, please, sir.
They're like, who said that? Where'd that voice come from?
I'll have to fashion myself a stick so like it has my face on it, like in a cardboard cutout. But I'll come go, hello, sir, it's me.
Like fucking Oliver Twist.
Tom.
Fucking Oliver Twist right here.
I was about to say, sir, may I have another?
Please, sir. Please, sir. May I have more, sir?
Than Mr. Tom. That's not easy to. That's not hard to
To
do.
be fair, Ben is like 7'8".
Yeah, he's tall. He is tall.
So Ben's 7'8", and you're what? 3'9"?
He's about 6'4". He's about 6. Let's pretend I sat in Ben's pocket on the bus on the way to Ellen Road.
I was gonna say he puts you on his shoulders at the games. I'm sorry, Tom, but it was too good.
He just lets him sit on his lap, and then it's like then he can finally see over the bleachers.
That's how he gets the kid in for free.
You
know what? When they said they got a discount on the Leeds tickets, I didn't
Ben actually paid for a bus ticket, and I'm not tempted. He handed me the bus ticket. I'm now tempted to check if he actually gave me the trial fare.
Let's put it this way. Tom's not getting on many of the rides at Thorpe Park.
He can't. He doesn't measure up, huh?
He's not getting on the roller coasters.
He's obviously been talking to my ex-wife. Clearly,
he's not getting on the roller coasters.
Yeah, or some say twins. There you go. Right.
As Gary says, there's levels to this.
There's definitely.
There's literal levels, as in up here.
Aye.
We have different pollution issues up here, but he's got methane pollution down there.
Yeah.
Okay, I've had enough. I'm sorry, Tom.
Yeah. Spence is on the floor. Mr. Tom's on a stool. So there you go.
Gary, why are you trying to ruin the illusion of the joke by like telling everyone the science? Like as in, Spencer's sitting on the floor and Tom's sitting on the chair. Where am I supposed to fucking sit?
I don't even know what this means.
I know what it means, and it's mildly accurate.
Well, when you got one
more, I can't do it though. Got one more. I gotta do it though, Tom.
Here we go.
I let's give Spencer a 5-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unleash the terror.
Okay, do you have to wear a safety harness when you sit in the chair?
Yes. Yes.
As they call it in the shipyard, fall protection.
That would actually be really helpful because I have this problem where I fall off with a lot of
Is this funny? Stoke is taking the lead.
If it'll make you feel better, Tom, my wife's gonna beat my ass for half those jokes, so it's okay.
I think she should beat your ass. Not because I'm upset at your jokes, because they're all mildly funny. But to be fair, because she is a active participant on Mr. Tom Talks Wrestling on watch-alongs on Saturday night. So obviously, as a sign of friendship, she should whoop your ass.
Yeah.
Or sorry. To be accommodating to your American sensibilities, I'm just going. She should whoop your ass.
There you go. So this is so Mr. Tom can always get the Happy Meal. No questions asked.
I fucking love Happy Meals.
What's your favorite toy, Tom?
Do you know they've stopped doing the toy? Like they're now trying to like push you towards like reading.
Jesus Christ.
It's like the toys are a choking hazard, right, Mr. Tom?
I'll tell you what, that's a good topic. I think, Sam, is your favorite Happy Meal toys.
Didn't they do Inspector Gadget pieces? If you bought enough of Happy Meals, you can get the entire Inspector Gadget. Like
my actual favorite McDonald's toy was when it's gonna sound really lame, but you know when they did ones that were literally like the McDonald's products, as in like you got the hamburger, they had one that was like the fries, and you wind it up and it like rolls around the table. And I'm showing that I know far too much about McDonald's toys.
I don't think I've had a Happy Meal since George H.W. Bush was president.
Oh wow! So when Daddy was president,
Yeah, when Daddy was president.
He should. You made the joke about me getting an ID to buy a lottery ticket or something like that, but at the same time, when that does happen, I'm fucking thrilled. I'm like, really?
yeah, it's a bad day when you try to go
I'm
buy
40,
booze
motherfucker.
and they don't ask for your ID. That's when you
I'm
know.
fucking thrilled.
Yeah, they don't ask for my ID for some reason. I don't know.
That's because you look old.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point of the joke, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going the other way, like as in, oh really? You think I look like a child despite my beard?
All right. So talk to me, Sam.
Could be painted on.
Well, she speaks from experience. She likes to. I take her out every now and again, as you have to. These special people, you have to take them out and give them fresh air now and again. So that's right. I did get a special token to take you out, and you enjoyed it. So you can say thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Rosie. You're welcome.
Does OAP stand for old ass person?
Yes.
Yeah. That's she's referring to herself, obviously. She gets a special discount.
The Garfield toys and I don't know what SMB toys were. What is
Super
that?
Mario Brothers 3 toys.
Okay. All right. I didn't know that one. You've got Into the Box joins us. Welcome to the show. Thanks for
It
joining.
definitely doesn't stand for sadomasochism and bestiality.
Okay. Yeah.
That was going to be the second line of toys.
There you go. So you know what, Rosie will
Mario.
care for you, Mr. Tom. So there you go. So now you don't even have to worry about signing
You're
up.
talking to Sam. Why are you putting me in the way of these strays, Gary?
What did I say?
You said Rosie's saying she'd only go out if she was your carer, Mr. Tom. Look, I'm not even in this.
Oh, I'm
fiction
sorry,
scenario.
but
I literally just said I was her carer, and then she tries to do the reverse around, which doesn't work when I've already done it.
This is just bullying. Like,
oh man.
so
do we want to answer this question?
Into situations.
Do we want to answer this question?
I know Spencer wants to win.
It's not the Chiefs.
He wants some Mahomes. He wants some of that Mahomes, honey.
Nope.
Yeah.
As Tom would say, the Chiefs can go fuck themselves.
I'm torn between a three-peat and
I'm not torn.
I hate Eagles, and I really like I said, I really rather have both teams lose.
I hope they get diarrhea and they have to wear those white pants and they shit themselves the whole game. That's what I hope.
Yeah. This is probably one of the. I want to say. I think this Super Bowl will only be watched in Philadelphia and Kansas City. That's it. So I don't think it's going to be watched much. People probably would show up for the halftime show.
Cardiff have scored. It's 3-3.
Oh, look at that. Oh, they just saw the goal right there. Oh my gosh, from well outside the box, and just trickled in. I
wonder how many people you would ask outside of America. You would ask them, where do you think Kansas City is? And I think 99 out of 100 people would say in Kansas.
Oz.
True.
Because it's not in Kansas.
It's in Missouri.
In Missouri, isn't it?
Yes. Yep. Catches out a lot of people, that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I drove through Kansas. It's like 300, almost 400 miles to drive through Kansas.
And it's all fields, basically.
It's flat land.
Mm.
Not only that, but when we were driving, it was a snowstorm was chasing us.
Oh, snowstorm, right? Okay, that time of year, yeah.
so we're like if we didn't go over the speed limit, the storm would have caught us.
Josh Sargent has scored of the United States men's national team, I believe. Josh Sargent has scored. As first reported by Rosie, to be fair to her, Norwich City won, Derby County 0. So Derby County are fully in the process of going to fuck themselves.
There you go. So I feel like as far as the Super Bowl, we don't care.
Don't really like either of the teams, to be honest. I'm completely fed up with the whole Taylor Swift thing. So yeah, I'll probably want Philadelphia to win if I'm honest.
it just seems to be another thing that's become a bit of a culture war, which is not necessary.
Oh, here comes the Tom analysis.
It's
Hey fellas, it's been 90 minutes almost. I'm gonna have to go, so you guys can continue on if you want to.
I don't know. So, I'm all right if you guys want. It's up to you guys.
of course. I'll
I mean, I've got to
continue.
probably leave about 12 because little one's got district course, so I got to do that. But
Give it another half an hour then. I don't know.
All right,
Tom, what
so
do you
I'm
say?
gonna let
absolutely.
you guys go, and Mr. Tom, I'm leaving the keys with you.
Hang on, and let me just take the power from Gary. I take the power. He actually
Power.
handed me the power. He actually went along with my nonsense. He went along with my nonsense. That's on camera. That's
You
on
know,
camera.
if the channel is around in an hour, then we'll see you guys next week. But I don't know.
Oh,
We'll
come
see.
on now, Gary. You know, within the next 90 seconds of you disappearing, Pol Pot and Richard Nixon are going to be on it.
You know, when I watched the last time, and then like somebody said Richard or Dick or something. I was like, oh crap. All right.
I just know he said he wasn't a crook. I don't really know much about it.
So definitely not.
Like I said, I liked it. I like that phrase from Point Break, if you guys recall, when they're robbing the bank. It's like the poor presidents, but yes, everybody, thank you for joining us. I'll let Mr. Tom handle the rest of the show. I do have to go. Sam,
later,
thanks
Gary.
for joining us.
That's been good. Been good. Good to see you.
Good seeing
Have
you,
a good rest of your
Spencer.
Saturday.
Cool, Spencer. Thanks for joining us, and Mr. Tom.
Yeah.
Good hanging out with you. Everybody in the chat, have a good rest of your day. I don't know. And was anybody happy today, football wise? I don't even know. I don't think so.
I'm certainly not happy now that Sheffield United have just scored against Portsmouth.
No.
Portsmouth, not Plymouth, Portsmouth.
There you go. Everybody, thanks for joining.
Cheers, Gary. Have a good day, buddy.
Have a good day, Gary.
All right, see you guys. Yep.
Chris Nix is he's stuck in Bulgaria.
My God.
You'll say hello to Chris Nix, of course.
My God. Bulgaria will play.
Been there.
Plymouth are probably preparing to get battered tomorrow by Liverpool.
That'll be all right.
Yeah.
Have
Liverpool
a good
definitely
day,
gonna win that.
Miss Melina.
See you later, Melina. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend.
Yeah.
Good to see
Hello
you.
to everyone. She's part of the fan club. She's part of the fan club.
Yep. We have fan club.
But
I think Rosie's definitely the head of our fan club, Tom.
Yeah.
I
think so.
personally, I could be wrong here, but I think she quite enjoys the movie show on Thursday.
Mm.
Do you
We
know
have a good fun.
they have this thing in America where they, bands and choruses, they have the chorus mom and the band mom. She's the road trip mom. She gets the juice boxes and everything.
It's
the orange
important.
slices.
It's an important job. It's an important job.
Necessary, sure.
Yeah, it's a good job.
But I just want to point this out. Wales lost to Italy, so the Welsh are well on their way to a wooden spoon because they're not beating England, they're not beating France, and they're damn sure not beating Scotland or Ireland.
Damn.
They've already been beat by France. I think they got skunked in that one, and then today they lost to Italy. They don't even look good.
Not good. Not good for them.
Hello to Mr. Arsenal podcast, who has waited till Gary left to basically go, hang on, where's the part-time host? Lol. Lol.
Yeah. He comes in just as Gary leaves.
It's like passing trains in the night.
Yep.
Yeah. Passing trains is normally passing ships.
It's probably that. You're probably right, and I'm almost certainly wrong. So, you know what? To answer the question, how will I sleep at night after getting something wrong? With my eyes shut, my head on the pillows, and next to a big titty woman, hopefully. No, it's not true.
Oh, yeah.
Is what it is. Because I'm not perfect, clearly, because all the midget jokes would imply that I'm not. But no one is. I'm absolutely fine with it in all seriousness. So congratulations, Sam, on outsmarting me. It should be. We should actually do a show called "Trying to Outsmart Tom," and basically it'd have loads of viewers because everyone would manage it.
Everyone wins. Everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner. Come on down.
I'll be like the Oprah Winfrey of getting things wrong. I'll be like, you get something right. You get something right. You get a prize. You get a prize. You win a can of Coke. You can go fuck yourself. Sorry, what? That's a Derby County fan in the chat. What?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the Derby County fans.
So I'll talk about. I suppose it's fair time to bring out the thing that basically Spencer messaged me about, and you messaged me about separately, and basically you'll know what I'm going to say. Football Manager 25.
Yep.
Doesn't exist.
Just gone like that. Gone with the wind. Yep.
It's like Kaiser Sose.
Kaiser Sose, yeah.
Kaiser Sose. Just like that. He was gone.
Kaiser
I
Sose.
can't click my fingers, but still.
Just like that. Just like that.
Just like that. He was gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Kevin Spacey's career.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in it, but I mean,
it's a major fuck up. It's a major fuck up because they've been developing that game since the pandemic. They hired a whole new development group to start working on the new engine and everything that was going to eventually become FM 25.
Yep.
And here we are, like 5 years later, nearly. Well, yeah, basically, and yeah, they still can't fucking get it done. And it begs the question. So they've decided basically to just cut it loose now and just focus on getting it finished basically probably for what will be October or November now for the FM 26 release then. It begs the question, when they were originally actually thinking of releasing it in November before delaying it to March, what was it going to be like then in November? I think that was pretty much probably going to be a complete shit show then if they actually did that.
I think it's actually more. I think what it actually says more is about how they've dominated the market to such an extent that there's no competitor to turn to.
Yeah, basically.
There's nothing. Like it's not even like FIFA's not released. Just go and buy the new Pro Evolution release because there isn't one because you killed it.
Yeah.
Like FIFA Manager or whatever it used to be, dead.
Yeah.
LMA Manager, dead.
Yeah.
Whatever. Premier Manager. Long dead.
Anyway, you only got these. You got some small like indie stuff that's not that great, and you got some mobile manager games that they're not that great. Yeah, they basically got the whole market to themselves. Yeah,
They've created a market, a college industry of their own.
Yeah.
But
they just dominated and that's down to the competition, right? Because basically FM did make a really good product, and then the other guys were just not as good. So they got out competed, didn't they? That's the problem. They couldn't keep up.
Yeah, it from my perspective on it, like I like EAFC. I don't mind playing it. People are going to say it's buggy and all this stuff. But I think the big problem with a lot of those games is people really are all about the ultimate team aspect of it. And they're like, oh, I can do a fantasy draft and I buy the cards and I grind. And it's like, if you go back to pre-2001 games, and I'm talking like Madden and all that stuff, you could do a fantasy draft of whoever's out there and you didn't have to pay cards or whatever. Yeah. But now it's basically – I think that's people's gripe with a lot of these games. But even like if you play EAFC, I had a career save I was messing with this week. And this is how stupid the game is. Liverpool sold Jota to Tottenham, and then Tottenham sold Romero to Newcastle. I mean, those things could happen, but would Jota really leave Liverpool to go to Tottenham? Do you know? I mean, so there's not. So, and I don't know. I think Football Manager, like I was just even messing with the one from last year. The engine's not horrific in the game. When they show the game, it's not. I guess if you really want to have that real aspect of seeing Haaland on the pitch, I mean, maybe that bothers people. But for me, I don't think that's a big deal from what I've seen. Now, I mean, I'm an F1 Manager fan, F1 24, 23, and that presentation is second to none.
Yeah, that's different.
But at the same time, I can go online right now, and I can find the perfect setups and have an excellent – like it'll give it to you. But, you know, like so you can kind of cheat your way through it to an extent, but
the thing with Football Manager, sorry, I really didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
The thing with Football Manager that gets me more than anything is I can tell you right now, if it comes out tomorrow and I buy it, I'm immediately going 2D and I'm watching. I don't even watch the little dots run around. I just watch the bar at the bottom because that's how I was brought up on Football Manager.
Yeah.
Just even like in 1999, I was watching it because there was no 3D or 2D.
Yeah.
It was just literally watching the bar flash. Hopefully the colour of the kit your team are wearing, and that's just what I'm used to. So from that perspective, for me, the graphics are irrelevant because I'm literally just watching spreadsheet simulator.
Yeah, I think there's a few people in that corner. Yeah, definitely. But I think also a lot of people would like to see the match engine improve in terms of the way it looks visually.
What I was about to say, Sam, is like I'm the minority where that is not important because it doesn't matter how it's released. I'll play it the same way I play it 25 years ago.
2D was enjoyable as well, to be honest.
But what I find baffling is how they've got away. And I'll go to get to your comment, BX, because I'm not the reason I've kept it up there is because I find it amazing that I could be wrong, but in about 2011, they basically made this new 3D match engine type thing, which again, for 2011 is fine. But my question is, how have you got to 2024 and it still looks the same? It's not upgraded. They'll say they upgraded it, but it's the same. And I find it fascinating and really loyal of their audience to actually accept this.
Yeah,
I mean, I accept it because I don't play it in that way, so it doesn't really matter to me what the match engine actually looks like. But I'm surprised that the people it does matter to still proceed to buy the content.
It's true. It's just people just out of loyalty, and it's just you keep buying. It's like with FIFA, but people just keep buying the same stuff. Hardly changes again and again and again. And yeah, you're right. Football Manager's basically been the same now for 10 years. So yeah.
But Football Manager does stuff better, in my opinion, because some of the stuff is realistic. Like even on EAFC, like you used to be able to take a tactic, a team management. You could actually move the player to where you'd rather have them be on the pitch. Where they've kind of taken that away, unless I'm completely dumb and don't know how to do it. But I still enjoy controlling the team because that's fun. But I also enjoyed the Football Manager aspect of it, where it was like you could do the tactic. And I was talking to Tom about it last week. Like I was messing around with the international management of it. I enjoyed that. Even I played with Scotland and I played with the U.S. And go figure, Christian Pulisic got injured naturally. But I just enjoyed it. There's a different aspect of it. I was debating on taking like a League 2 or a non-league team in the English tier or whatever and grinding it out and seeing what happens since we're not going to have a game. But that being said, I think the PC version is better than the console version, obviously because of the mods.
Yeah, they're spending that's what they've spent so much time in their development on is getting that. Being able to make it multi-platform, right? To get on the console and everything to, increase their profitability, of course, and increase the market for everything, go to different platforms. And that has hindered a lot of their development, cycle. Basically, they've had to spend more time on making sure it's cross-platform rather than actually improving the game so much. So yeah, that's where they've been stuck for a few years. And yeah, I mean, there's international management was removed for this version, and I remember they're saying basically only about 5% of players actually use international management. So Spencer, you were one of the 5% apparently. So that's one of the reasons why they decided to not. Yeah. It'll come back. It'll come back eventually, but for this version they were developing, they decided to drop it. Introducing women's football, which I can understand because women's football is becoming a lot more popular now, and of course,
in that aspect,
reaches out to women as well, of course, etc. But they've been developing this game for 5 years. I mean, the fact that they can't, get to a point where they can release a game this year that they've spent 5 years on, and they've been planning for this release cycle. To me, it's just not good. It's not good. I'm glad they're not releasing a game just for the sake of releasing it, a bug to hell piece of crap that everyone's going to hate. Oh, that would actually really hurt them. So they've made a good decision by not releasing it. And yes, it has been helped, as we just said, because they've got no competition, so they don't have to worry about anyone taking over in any way or shape or form. But Yeah, it's just bad. It's bad that they're not releasing this game. And I think now it's going to even elevate expectations even more, because now the release date is obviously going to be October, November for what will then effectively become FM26. And I think that's just going to increase expectations even more now. Because like, okay, now you've got an extra 10 months to develop this game. Well, 8 months to develop this game. You know, it better be good.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I was thinking about this. I will give them credit for not releasing it as a buggy mess. And because that's not how games are released nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, Rugby 25 comes out this week. I've been waiting for that game since March of last year. They're on early access 7 alpha. And even some of the guys that have played it are like, oh, it's poo bag is what they like to say. But I want to play it because I haven't had a chance to play it. I might enjoy it. There's people that are purists that are, you know, I think there's an expectation level with certain games. I mean, it shouldn't be a buggy mess. I think sports games, we've talked about whether it should be year releases or not, but at the same time, like I look at like apparently Madden might be going to the open market, and the license might be pushed away from EA, because usually by this time they've already done the sole exclusive. So if 2K could get a hold of Madden, I'd be okay with that. But I feel like certain games, like I'm just happy they didn't just release it as a buggy mess. It's a failure, but at least they didn't push through, because that would probably. I mean, can you imagine?
I think they've made the decision it's better to wait, because, like you say, if they'd have put that out and it'd been full of bugs and just really bad, it would have hurt their reputation. It definitely would have hurt their reputation. So yeah,
absolutely,
they made the right decision. I'll be right back. I just got to do something quickly. I'll be right back.
Will Everton ever turn the result?
Maybe.
I see what he did there.
I do too.
Chris Nix with playing FM back in the day helps me in Mr. Tom's question of the week.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's I enjoyed it. I think I grinded like 10 hours on it last week.
I'm sorry, I'd already pressed it. I really do apologise. No, let's stop it. Pause it. Shut up. Sorry. Sorry, Spencer. What was you saying, sir?
No, my missus was talking to me. No, I was gonna say, nice jingle, by the way. But no, I just wonder about video games, our expectation vice reality vice what we used to get. I know people. I think there is a sector, and I know we're pivoting for Football Manager, but I'm thinking of sports games in general here. That people argue about the NBA game and 2K, you know, and I think that's more my city or my player that the gripes are. But the franchise mode for NBA is probably the best one. It's not even close. The amount of options and customization. Major League Baseball's got a really good one. I guess my aspect, and also with EAFC, is like make the transfers realistic. Like some of the stuff is not realistic. So if you put like a strict regulations on transfers, I can't go to United and get one of their players, but they can send me a stupid offer for one of mine. So why am I not allowed to sell vice them trying to get me? But anyway, so the Football Manager thing, I think waiting is probably the best option for them. If I was them, I would release it in September, and I would go ahead and say, all right, EA, we're going to go against you. We've had all this time. We're ready. Let's do this. I don't know if they're going to be ready in time, but the fact there was no screenshots is not good either.
Well, that's what told me. I think I said this 2 weeks ago on here.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, we're getting ever closer to what they said was the release date, and you're still not putting anything out there, which told me basically you have nothing, or you'd show it.
I mean, even the interface, you would have showed the interface, because that's an easy, simple, like if that's not even built, then there's a real problem. You know, because I think, I don't know. We'll see. I think they made the right call. But that's definitely
more than anything. Yeah. I think Norwich City have earned themselves about 17 years in go fuck yourself detention, because they've basically given Derby County a lifeline with a penalty. So,
yeah. But But no, I mean, I wonder how much money. Well, the 2K thing is getting the rights to the FIFA name. I think so. I wonder. See, and that's the problem now too with this. You've got eFootball out there, which has rights to some of the Italian teams.
Is it still out? Are they still
Yeah.
releasing that though?
But that was a free
I've not
game.
seen it for a while.
I think it's a free game that has some like you could get like Barcelona or something for $20 or something. It's a Messi pack or something. I don't really know, man. Like I don't know how they pay for a license and it's a free game. I know there's probably eFootball coins and stuff they sell, but I don't get the whole playing online with people thing. It's not something I do. I've done it. I'm pretty average at it, so I beat people and I get my ass beat too. But there's nothing fun to me about taking a random team name with a random kit with random players and playing online with people. Ultimate Team just doesn't do it for me. It's not realistic.
It feels to me like it rewards paying to win.
Yeah, it does.
Which is, you can be the best. Oh, absolutely. Of course they've cancelled that, Mr. Herbert.
Oh yeah.
That's the least profitable thing to them. I'm
also
guessing.
wondering if they'd have just said, "Hey, we're focusing on releasing this on PC," if the fact that they were trying to implement different consoles, that was an issue. Because it's different platforms, right? We're talking Xbox, PlayStation, probably Switch, I'd imagine. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think the company is going to go under from it. I know some people were worried about that, but yeah.
Video game companies are like the cocaine trade. When one goes down, somebody else will rise up to take its place.
For sure. Absolutely sure. But yeah. But we'll
Rob
see.
Holding has been thrown on by Sheffield United, apparently. Well, not apparently. I've confirmed it. It's true. They did.
How that guy's flying.
I look forward to 2000 probably in November, where hopefully they will actually release this game.
Yeah.
I'll definitely buy it if they release it in like November. I mean, I'd probably bought it if they released it in March, but I would have felt like an idiot. But I'll feel like less of an idiot buying it in November because you have the whole season essentially. Well, compared to usual, like.
And you'll have Leeds United already in the Premier League. You won't have to grind that out.
Hopefully, yeah, that'd be really nice.
Yeah.
And then I'll go straight to Gibraltar and then pick a team there to not interfere with Leeds United.
Yeah.
If I like Leeds manager, I hate being Leeds on a game because I hate getting him sacked.
I debated on. I did start one with the Scottish League, a third tier, and the transfer budget's 30,000, and I was like, this isn't going to go well. But whatever.
There are people out there that will take that job, and then they'll just mysteriously just find players. They'll find some like centre back from Romania that's amazing for that level or whatever, but. Yeah. I do not have that level of insight, unfortunately.
But I do love the tactics aspect of Football Manager where you can sit there and if you like NFL head coach had the same thing. It's kind of the same mentality, but NFL head coach had a lot of bugs in it. So apparently, I think you could run a couple cheap plays to get first downs constantly, which kind of ruined it. But it was the same aspect of scouting, NFL draft. You called the plays. It was pretty cool, but that aspect of that game kind of died off. So, but yeah, it's I think it's a little bit disappointing, but at the same time, I think it'd be more disappointing to pay $30, $40, $50 for a game that's buggy as crap and crashes constantly.
I think the best thing Football Manager ever did to make cash was to actually release their in-game data editor, because I love fucking around with that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not an easy £5 or whatever it is for them.
So what does that let you do? Because I think I saw something for that even on console.
Well, previously, if you wanted to fuck around with the game, you would have to download the data, which they did make available, but you had to separately download. They called it Data Editor, and obviously you'd have to make your changes or whatever you wanted to do, change the team name, some of this. I mean, you can still do that, but that's how you would have to do it. Like 20 years ago, you would. But then you then start your game and select the thing you've changed. Select the thing that says you want to go with the changes you made in Data Editor, but then you can't actually restart.
Yeah.
You can't then just go back into the Data Editor and change something else and then think it'll take place in your game. Whereas the in-game Data Editor is like a real-time thing. Like you basically go, I want to make Messi suddenly shit, and it's suddenly shit. It was a godsend for people that did YouTube challenges on basically what would happen with an entire team of Lionel Messi's. Like you could actually set it up in seconds.
Talking about the database editor.
Yeah, but
that was great. That was great back then.
Separate thing. Then they made it so you could just pay them $5 or whatever it was, and it'd be in the game, and you could do it rolling as your game is going on.
Yeah, I remember I used to play around with that and have some fun. Like I would go to like a small little crap team and give them like £1 billion. Yeah, it was good fun.
I've done on my save. I've done that with all of my feeder clubs.
But you know what though? What was interesting with that like challenge though was because the club has, you know, you go to such a small club. The club had such a small reputation. Even if you bid like 50 million for some player you wanted,
they won't want to play for you.
You'd never get them. Even if you offered, even if you offered them silly money, they still wouldn't come because your club's too small. They're like, no, I don't want to go there. So it was still actually quite a challenge.
I've been doing this quite a shit for like 20 years, so I've moved away from the challenge of making my own team ridiculously good. I got bored of that in 2007, kind of thing. But what I like doing is like actually giving it to other teams. Like I'll make my Gibraltar team, Team Tom. Of course I called them that. What happens if we make Welling United's training ground really amazing and give them a great youth rating?
Yeah.
So I'm not cheating the game in terms of like actually giving them the best players. It's like what happens if they can have the chance to develop their good players? I mean, they're still in the 6th tier.
It is realistic for a billionaire, someone to come in and buy somebody like that and not a billionaire, but someone of well means to come purchase a minor team and upgrade the youth facilities. Like that's not really out of the realm of unrealistic at all.
It's really not. It's happening more and more. Well, we know the best example of that was obviously when Abramovich took that really small club, Chelsea, and turned them into a Champions League outfit. Oh, you thought I was going to say Wrexham, but I did a thing called circumventing expectation. Sorry, Retroholic Gamer, hello Colonel Ward, how you doing? Said this is football was the best game for me, and I know what game he's talking about because it prided itself on having photorealistic graphics. And at the time, I was like, that really does look like Van Nistelrooy because it looked like a horse face.
Yeah, they good old horse face. Yeah. I remember when that came out. I didn't really play it much. I was more into FIFA, but
quite good.
I do remember it looking very good. I remember, it's like wow, the graphics are really good on that.
At the time, I preferred it to FIFA. I don't know why, if that was me just being a bit of a hipster, or as I like to call it in hindsight, a prick. But but no, it generally my thing with FIFA is that FIFA had a very, I think from like the year 2000 to about 2004, I think it was bang average. Whereas FIFA 2005 was when they were like, no, we're actually going to make this a game that Tom will want.
Well, that's because that's when they were really pushed by Pro Evolution Soccer. Because I remember the early 2000s, Pro Evolution Soccer was way much better than FIFA. I mean, it was so much more realistic to play.
Yeah.
The thing that went against Pro Evolution, they didn't have the licensing, so they didn't have all the right names and the right teams and everything. So that's what looks like it was a bit of a drawback with it because people would prefer the FIFA with the licensing. But FIFA was so far behind Pro Evolution in terms of gameplay. The way Pro Evolution was much more realistic. And I remember FIFA. I think they were really sweating back then. They decided, like you say, they said, right, that's it. We're going to have to do something here, basically, not just sleep on the job. So they really had to develop like a new engine and all of that, and that's when they came out. I believe you're right. I think it was 2005 where they really turned it around, and that's really when Pro Evolution Soccer got screwed because they changed their engine as well, and that's when they screwed themselves over. They should have just kept tweaking the engine they already had. They decided, no, we got to change the engine, and it was never the same again. And that's when they dropped off the face of the planet, basically.
I remember it. Thank you to Ryan for reminding me. I remember you could actually try and do a dive, but I was too stupid at the time to realise that you had to have your back to the referee. Like you had to actually make it look like the player. It was very much the referee had to be in a position where it looked like you were being fouled, but I would just do the dive right in front of him and then get myself booked in it because I'm a fucking moron.
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun with those games. You could do more dark art stuff for that. That was good fun. Yeah.
Hey, gents, I got to roll out. Like I said, I'll shoot you a text, guys, and talk about tomorrow's home. So, I'll see everybody.
Problem.
Take care
See
now,
you, Spencer. Have a good day, buddy.
All right, now take care.
Bye bye.
Have a good night, sir.
Then there were two.
Basically, as I predicted, it has become Slags on the Road Trip.
Slags on the road trip now, basically. That's where we are now.
Slags on the road trip, baby.
Yeah, that's it. Sing, baby, sing.
Take care, Spencer, from Rosie.
Take care, Spencer.
Take care.
I see Chris has been playing a special game called P4. I don't think that game is PG, to be honest.
I mean, I heard that game has a certain smell to it.
It's got a certain smell to it, and it's the fourth iteration of it. So he's like the three previous ones as well, obviously.
Did they get the smell right?
They might have got the smell right on the fourth one. We don't know.
He's picked up his PlayStation pad and gone, smells like ammonia.
It's a water sports game. Yes, Chris. Yeah, there you go. P4. What a game. What a game. Oh, Sensible Soccer. Oh, my God. That was incredible. I used to love Sensible Soccer back in the day on the old Amiga. The old joystick, the old-fashioned joystick. Oh, I used to love that game so much. Sensible World of Soccer was the best. The slightly newer version that came out, I think about around 96, I think about that time. Sensible World of Soccer, as it was called. And what was great, you could go in and edit the names. So you could, you could update all the squads and everything to have all the right players. Oh, I love that. That was so good. It was hard to master. It's one of those games you really had to master because it would take you a few hours to actually get into it and be able to score goals. Because I remember it's quite difficult the way you controlled the players was a bit limited. So, it was difficult to score goals without, getting into it. And but once you got into it, it was magic. The feeling of that, the way that felt playing, that was magic back in the day.
It's the feel, man. It's the feel.
It's the feel of it, man.
I liked Italia 90 on the Mega Drive or Genesis in America. It was a top-down. It was very, very similar to Sensible Soccer in terms of like the top-down view, but you were a lot closer in, so your players looked bigger.
And I remember when you kicked the ball like a long pass, the ball would get a lot bigger because the ball was closer to the viewpoint basically. So I remember that was quite fun, and it was a good game. Good old Italian 90.
My actual favourite ever football game it was called ISS Soccer Deluxe. It cut long story short, it is basically what ended up becoming Pro Evolution Soccer. Yeah. Because then they made it 3D eventually in like 1997.
Was it Konami? Who developed that?
Absolutely, yeah. Because it was basically they did International Superstar Soccer, then they did a second version of it. I think it came out in the end of 95 or 96. It called and they added Deluxe to it. And for its time, it was light years ahead of FIFA.
Yeah, I do remember all my mates going crazy about that. But I was just like a FIFA guy. I was just always sticking to FIFA. The only time I actually switched from FIFA was only once, and that was, like I said, the early 2000s when Pro Evolution Soccer came out. and FIFA wasn't really that great. And it was just because Pro Evolution Soccer was so much better. The gameplay was so much more realistic. I was just like, no, I just can't have FIFA now.
So what year did you say?
I think it was about 2001.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
2001. It was Pro Evolution Soccer. I can't remember what number it was.
That would have been the year that I basically got into This Is Football, as Colonel suggested. It was
I think it was 2001. And but I just remember when Pro Evolution Soccer came out there, because my mate had it first. I actually got FIFA, and I was like, oh, it's not really great. It's pretty good, what you kind of expect. And then I remember my mate saying, listen, you got to try this Pro Evolution Soccer. It's just so fucking good, because he got it. And then I played it around. I remember I played it around his place, and it was just so much better. The realism of the gameplay actually felt like he was playing a proper game of football. And I just remember thinking, wow, this is miles better than FIFA. So I actually went out and got that.
I tell you the thing with this, Sam, is that's not being said. Is I believe the common denominator in what is being said here is that actually Konami basically took to the PlayStation 2 a lot better than EA Sports did.
Yeah.
Obviously, when they made the shift from PlayStation to PlayStation 2, I believe Konami then went into a world of its own in terms of creating football games, whereas FIFA, I think, or EA rather, were just like, well, we've got the license and people are going to buy it regardless. Yeah. But it was only towards the end of that life cycle, like near the end, like a couple of years before PlayStation 3 came out, that they were like, no, we actually have people actually buying this Pro Evolution Soccer because it is light years ahead of our game because we've been sat with our thumb up our arse for 4 years.
Because EA Sports was just sleeping on the job, basically. It was just a new package and everything. It was basically just about the same. There was only small minor tweaks, and it was just basically like, you get like a new, like you get like maybe the training was a bit different, or it was just minor like changes. And the graphics, they would update the graphics a bit. You'd have a slightly better graphics. But the actual gameplay mechanics, like the actual mechanics of how the football was played, it was just the same year after year. And Konami, like you say, they were just focusing so much on the actual gameplay mechanics, the physics, the physics of how the ball was and everything. And they just really got that nailed down. It was just so much better than FIFA. And also, Chris brought up a good point, which was correct, that FIFA were then so involved in getting online. They wanted to be online and have that whole online community, reach out, use the internet and everything. So that took their development of that took away a lot of the focus from the actual gameplay mechanics. And Pro Evolution Soccer, they were just like, we don't give a fuck about the internet. Not until later. They came back with that later, of course. But the first Pro Evolution Soccer, they're like, we don't even care about the internet. We just want the game to be good. And that's where they really won ahead of EA Sports at that time. Yeah.
I mean, the key thing here that you have alluded to is the fact that Pro Evolution Soccer did not have licenses. So you're playing a game with Cancelo up front on the Master League.
The licenses as well.
Yeah. So they stopped. I mean, it became. They were so good at it, but it became like an in-joke. Like, you're going to play the Master League, and you're going to have the same 11 names every time, and it's just funny because like you grow attached to Cancelo or whatever his name is up front. I forget him, but they were like, yep. Eventually, it got a bit sad when you actually became successful enough to actually be able to start buying actual footballers for your Master League team. But the game, because there was no licensing, you had to, or not low, but very moderate licensing. Like, there was a point where it was like, Man United had their players in the game or something like this. But obviously, I'm not buying it because Man United have their players in the game. Although a lot of people would have, because they've got a lot of fans, unfortunately, they're a bunch of scumbags. As I was getting away from myself. The gameplay was paramount because it had to be. Because there was no reason to buy it unless it was light years ahead of FIFA. There were people that were buying FIFA, as you allude to yourself. You were buying it. Eventually, you started to realise, wait a minute, I'm just buying it out of habit more than the fact I actually like it.
Yeah, exactly. But I remember FIFA getting to the point where, and I think this was about 2005, 2006, when they actually got to the point where where you were online and you could start playing like, more than just one player. You could actually play like 2 and 3 players together on the same team. I can't remember how many you could be on the same team online. It was well before you could be 11 versus 11. That happened a few years later after that. But they got from just being like 1 versus 1, you could be like 3 or 4 on each team, something like that. And I remember when that came out, me and my mates were like, oh yeah, this is actually good fun now, because then we weren't really so worried about the mechanics of the game more. It was just like we can all play, together on the same team and have a laugh against someone else on the internet, doing the same and playing that whole online together as a team thing. That really sort of propelled them a bit back into sales and everything and getting people more interested again. But Pro Evolution was still better, like game mechanics wise, for a few years, wasn't it?
I just want to say evening to Russ Morgan.
Evening, Russ.
Is Gary dead? I haven't seen him for a few weeks.
You missed him.
The top bar at the bottom, and Gary opened the show.
Yeah, Gary left about 40 minutes ago now, something like that.
Yeah,
so
about 4:30. Yeah, he stayed for 90 minutes.
Yeah, so if you rewind, you'll see him, Russ.
We had a great old time, in my opinion.
It was good. We had a good laugh.
We had PS6 was so good that people still mod it on PC today. It's just recently been remastered by fans of the game.
It's still got a big community, hasn't it? Yeah, it's still got a big modding community.
You had to go and get bagels. Was it a weekend at Bernie's situation? Yes.
Yeah, we was just propping him up, just like, and Tom basically was just moving his head around, like pretending he was talking.
Hello to Gary's dad, the godfather of the show, of course.
Daddy's here. Howdy.
And Andy Herbert with International Superstar Soccer on Nintendo 64. That was very good. But I was talking earlier about the initial one, or not the initial one, the sequel to the initial one on Super Nintendo. It was delicious.
Yeah.
It was basically Mortal Kombat football. And I don't mean in like the rules, but the way they had the sprites. They were big, colourful, which in FIFA, and I love FIFA 96 on the Mega Drive. I love it. Like, I'm not sagging it off. But it was little footballers running around the screen, slightly bigger than Sensible Soccer. Whereas International Superstar Soccer Deluxe was like this. We are going to have these big motherfuckers charging around the screen, and I was like, I'm here for that.
It was just very different, wasn't it? It was a very different experience, wasn't it? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the fact is now, though, there is no experience because there's no choice. There's nothing else.
No, it's not the same today. It's not the same.
They've destroyed the market.
Become so big. They just become so big.
Rosie acknowledging the godfather of the show, of course.
The godfather.
I mean, Big Phil. He's basically like, we're nodding out of respect to him. I mean, that's a man that will force you to let him pay for your buffet. He didn't have to force me very hard. I did the check dance where I was like,
"You're easy, yeah. You were easy to persuade." I think we can say that.
I was like, no. I insist. I'll pay my way. He was like, no, nonsense, young man. I'll pay for your buffet. To which I was like, okay then.
Shucks, man.
but in all seriousness, a great man.
Well, as I said to you previously, Tom, hopefully I'm going to get over there either sometime during the summer or definitely probably for next Christmas, at which time I will 100% be planning a day where I go down into London and meet a few people. And yeah, we're going to have to meet up and go to Cineworld. If not to see a movie as well, but at least go to that Jimmy's Grill. That's going to be the least of the things we're going to have to do. And you're gonna have to chaperone me and just be my guide, my authority on Jimmy's Grill, and just take me around and explain everything and show me everything and they'll be like, oh, hi Tom, how are you? Nice to see you, Tom. Yes, nice to see you.
Well, Gary's telling everyone I'm the worst guide ever. I'm like, well, Gary, I'm only guiding myself to the places where I eat the food.
You know, it would be great. Sorry, Tom, to cut you off there, but you know, it would be great. Just off the top of my head now, just bring it out because I saw Russ's comment. He'd like to meet and talk about referees all day, which I bet he fucking would. I bet we fucking would get into it. But you know, it'd be great if because the O2 Arena is such, you know, it's such a big landmark that everybody knows about and everybody can get to in some way or form. We've got to. If I'm coming over there, and I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm a big deal or anything like that. That's not what I mean at all. But
okay, Ron Burgundy.
I would love to. If I go over there, I'd love to, you know, arrange a day where everybody who can, from whoever's not far from London or close to London or whatever, where we all meet up at the O2 Arena and go to Jimmy's buffet together with Tom. I think that'd be great, and we all sit there and we eat and enjoy our time talking about, you know, how shit leads are and referees and dogging and stuff like that. And just get together and have a real good time. As many people as possible. Just invite everyone we know who's close to London, who can get to London, and do that. That'd be fucking great. Do you agree, Tom, or what do you reckon?
I agree. It would be okay.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. My favourite part of that would be when you're all loading all your plates up and stuff, and you're sitting there, and then I'm just sitting there going, I've set the 6-minute timer. I'm gonna go now and then go and get my well done steak.
Yeah, exactly, the 6-minute timer. Yeah.
There's only so many times you can watch them cook your steak to absolute fuck before you're like, know what? I'll be back in 6 minutes. I'll see you later.
Yeah, no, we'll have to invite everyone who's in or around London. So it would definitely be like Russ is out in Slough somewhere, so he's not too far. There'll be Ryan, he's in London. Maybe Liam, I don't know how far he is, and Colonel, of course, Colonel. You know, Colonel's not too far. I think Colonel's in London or close to London somewhere. If I remember, he's not too far away from London.
Get Colonel to the roughest part of town. So
get Colonel in. Tom taking me to Brighton to seaside holiday. We're going for a seaside holiday, have a bit of rock, have a bit of fish and chips.
That is a reference to Colonel saying I should have took Gary to the roughest part of town.
Yeah, Brighton. Brighton's not so rough anymore, though. I mean, it used to be rough. It's not so rough anymore.
No, it's not.
Quite decent now, to be honest. But yeah, no, I mean, we should invite all the lads who are in or around close to London and do that. Have a real good day at the O2 Arena, Jimmy's Grill buffet. That'll be fun.
And to leave it on a note, not I'm terribly saying we're definitely going there, but we are usually like
yeah, it's about time now, isn't it?
On our way. So when a woman asks, let's tell it correctly. When I ask a woman how many inches of me she wants, and she screams in ecstasy, give me both. Have a good night, everybody.
And on that banger, we say goodbye, everybody. Yeah.
Gary, did you approve of that content?
Yeah.
When you say women, you mean pigeon. Almost certainly, probably.
Yes, pigeons.
Okay, Carol. I'll tell you what, just leave Gary with me. If he comes back, I won't take him to Woolwich. I'll take him North Woolwich on a ferry ride.
On a ferry ride, why not?
I've been on that ferry with our child.
Good old ferry trip. Yeah. Tom, you having Chinese tonight?
Almost certainly, because I didn't have Chinese last Saturday because of the Royal Rumble. I was like, I got me some chicken wings.
Yeah.
Then a night says, yeah. No, I couldn't do it right. The slags of doom. Slags of doom.
Slags of doom. Yeah, see you later, mate.
Oh, what a rush.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, so seriously, I'm not going to sit here and say goodnight for about 20 minutes. I'll just say goodnight for about 14 minutes because that seems all right. Other than that, it's good night from us. It's good night from Nels. It's good night from Dr. Leeds. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah. And it's good night to Monica. 7.
Oh, God. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I added that to stuff. just in case. It took us 50 years to score 7 in the game. So
Only 50.
So- join us in 2075, where it might happen again.
2075, yeah. Come back then, folks.
Nails. But yeah, seriously, don't forget to join Gary. Almost certainly going to go live again on Monday night. Let me see if I've got the thing for him to promote his stuff. Monday night, 7:30, 12:30 a.m. in the UK. What else we got? Promotion wise, Slags in the Dark.
Yeah. There
Monday.
we go. Join us to talk more movies, video games. We'll be most likely talking about movies again. Join us for some fun, laughs, Slags in the Dark on Thursdays.
If you're, as I did accidentally say Monday, so basically what I'm going to try and cover that is by saying, if you turn up on Monday, congratulations, you're 3 days early for Slags in the Dark. Which
Get in there early.
You know,
Get in there early.
Get in there early. There's limited spaces. That's lies, the internet. It's not limited spaces. But also then on Thursday again to Mr. Todd's Horse Wrestling.
That's the
At
more
10 PM.
PG. That's the more PG logo you got there.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, in all seriousness, I do thank you all for your support. Again, I probably should. I haven't got a slide for Wheel Love Leads. Should have.
Get that
sure there's one
locked in there next time.
John sends me one every week, but then I never add it. I'll tell you what I do. I delete it from here after we do the show. Boke is on everything. Bye.
Oh, bye-bye, Colonel.
Rosie's here. I'm certain she's probably still here. No, not that I want to be too presumptuous. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I don't even know what you're all on about at this point, so I'm just going to read it verbatim. But still. Oh, the outro's already stored in there, isn't it? I don't know why.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Here.
Have a good weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
And remember,
Life is a journey. Don't waste your trip.